finally go to bed. I'm just gonna... AJ's going live on her camera thing.
Yep, just hit it just now.
Say, you want... we can put the music over here and turn it up like one click.
Oh, I just haven't turned it up yet since because I turned it down while Mimi was talking on the phone.
Gotcha.
You can just... Oh, I think it's charged all the way. You can plug it.
Well, we like it louder than you do, so people can hear you.
I know, I just haven't turned it up is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I was just talking about facing it this way instead of towards you. Is that okay there? So I'm going to move this over here. I can move it.
I was going to say, you should probably
Here?
set it...
I worry about triple knocking, or Gus knocking.
Yeah, she's going to knock it over.
Oh, that's right. Turn towards you a little.
Yeah, and you can turn it up.
Like that? Turn more towards you?
It should be fine like that.
Better? We'll find something special. I put it on top of Jordan's cage with Hook and Tabitha pee on it. That's what he was trying to shake the penguins with. It's an ice cream spoon, apparently. He's adorable, though. Come on.
He's funny.
She's smart in her own britches. Problem solving of a much older kid.
Mm-hmm.
With the heart of a kid his age and the emotional content of a 2-year-old. You know, the emotional comprehension. Content, emotional content.
Look back again, I'm dying to be alive. Yeah. No. I really, really want my heart to be in my chest, not fly out of my ribcage. Yeah.
My heart will appreciate it, not even much. It's not today, baby. Jason said. Him and Jeff must use the most inappropriate jokes. You know? That Jason doesn't understand.
Oh, he said something clever today, and it was so funny, and I don't remember what it was. He made a joke, and I would not have expected a 4-year-old to make this joke, and he made it, and it was perfect, and I can't fucking remember what it was. It had something to do with the cat or something, and it was something that was like, it was an obscure joke, but I got it right away because it was, you know, in context. It wasn't just something random he said. And I go, that was pretty funny. Like, I wish I could remember what it was, but it was like early in the morning. So it was like, I wasn't braining really well because I just, like, I spent the whole morning wishing he would go back to sleep so I could go back to sleep. I did. I told him, I said, I can't wait until you discover the joys of waking up too early and immediately going back to sleep. Like, right. You don't have to stay up when your eyeballs open.
Right.
You can just close them and roll over and go back to bed. Like,
it's rare. When he does that, it means he's not feeling well. He pops up. Freaking Daisy from hell. Dora, I put you in your feet. Did she go down there and eat tonight? I think she did. Now she's chewing.
I don't know. She was chewing all day though.
So maybe she's getting into something that's not the food.
I don't know. She's popped that gate a few times.
Is there beef in the cat's food?
I don't know, but that gate is not latching properly. That's why she keeps popping it. Like, if
Yeah, I know, I can easily pop it too.
Yeah, I don't even have to unlock it anymore. I can just pull it and it opens.
Yeah.
Which means that, no, it just means that those legs need to, the top part needs to be tightened so it's in further. It's too far apart to open.
One, we need a nub to go on the one side. That'll help.
Mm-hmm.
And the other part is, I don't know if they're all the way out or not because they won't. I gotta get wrenches and stuff to do it.
Right.
We really need to get another one built, but now we have no money. So I'm probably gonna have to build it.
I was gonna say, we should get a barn door that slides. I think that would look really pretty right there.
Well, I don't want it like completely covering it though.
No, it won't.
It's like a half door.
Yeah, you can get a stall, like an actual horse stall door. That's what they're modeled after, where it goes all the way up, but there's a big open space at the top.
The window.
Yeah, the window. It just hangs.
That would work too for the stairs, for the stair.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, move over, dog. You literally knew I was getting up here. Stop it. Oh my god, look at her. Come on.
Oh, earlier you should have seen her earlier. She went because I kicked her off the couch over here because she kept laying on my cord. You see how tight it is, right? There's no.
Right.
So she laid on top of it, and I kicked her off the couch. And instead of getting on the other couch that was completely clear, she pouted on the floor. And then when I wouldn't pay attention to her, she moved from over there to over here behind my camera. And, excuse me, and kept looking up at me like, don't you feel bad for me? No, I don't. You put yourself on the floor.
She's like, please pet me. Please pet me. She has her whiskers are itchy.
Yeah.
I bet you there's beef in the cat food.
There might be, or beef something.
Beef tallow or something. Maybe that's why she's itching and it's not her food. Their food before I thought was chicken. It's definitely chicken now. It's chicken rice, which is good for allergies.
The most common dog allergy is chicken.
But we know she's allergic to beef, though.
We had to switch Blackie to lamb because he was so allergic to chicken. He had the same reaction she does. His little hair follicles on his whiskers swelled up, and he was constantly...
But she did that from the beef heart, remember? She did that badly from the beef heart.
Mm-hmm.
And it was straight out beef heart.
I dropped a piece of chicken on the floor earlier while I was eating dinner. I bet she's...
Look at how bad she is.
I bet she's developed a chicken allergy. If she wasn't allergic before, I bet she's allergic now. It's a common dog allergy.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Look at her. Is she swollen back there? Because she always swells back there when she's having a bad reaction. Doesn't look like it.
She's just starting to itch, though.
That's true.
I've noticed her chewing her paws about an hour ago.
Mm.
But you ate, it was when you were eating.
When I was eating dinner, yeah.
So that would have been about an hour ago. When she, hour and a half
and
ago.
It wasn't a very big piece of chicken. I thought it was just rice. I bet there was a piece of chicken in there too that fell.
Right.
But even still, the rice touched the chicken. So if it is the chicken.
If she's that allergic.
What if she's actually allergic to rice though? Rice is in all of them. Almost. I don't know about the cat food right now, but rice was in.
We could do.
Because rice was brown rice was an ingredient in the science diet.
Yeah.
It was pretty far down on the list, but it was still in there. It's not a common allergy, but it,
Jason's allergic to rice.
Yeah.
less common for humans than it is dogs. We could do an allergy elimination test.
It's true.
Or allergy induction test would be more like it. Where we use like strong amounts of just rice to trigger her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we know beef triggers her because it was literally just beef that she ate.
She'd have to be fasting for 12 hours though to make sure that anything that she's eaten prior to that was out of her system.
I think we could to make sure it's not an interaction.
Yeah.
Between the two things.
Yeah, control variables.
Yeah, I think we could do that. That'll make her hungrier.
Much cheaper than a scratch test. Because those are like hundreds of dollars, especially for dogs.
Oh, way more than that. Yeah. Hundreds as in, you know.
Well, that's like the
hundreds.
starting point, like.
High hundreds, yeah. Because they gotta pay for each and every little drop that they put on it.
Yep, and
'Cause
usually.
it's not common, so they don't
usually,
have
yeah, usually scratch tests is like 20 to 50 bumps. I want to get a food allergy test done for myself.
With this version, Jeff didn't know all his allergies until he got the blood test version. He found out he's allergic to chicken and carrots and other stuff, but they were low allergies, you know.
Mm-hmm. Also, 23andMe, if you get the advanced 23andMe test, does genetic testing. Tells you what you're susceptible to genetically.
Oh, interesting.
They don't do like specific, we're gonna test for EDS kind of thing, but it's like, it's kind of like, oh, you're susceptible to genetic-based illnesses of this type.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Like
but I still want to,
kind of thing.
yeah, I still want to get a 23andMe done because I've done the research and that one seems to be one of the best.
Is that one though that more people do? But doesn't it? It's all based on who else does it.
Yeah, they all are. It doesn't matter which ones you get.
I didn't know if that was a more used one.
But they also, I think outside of the Ancestry.com one, I think they all share data of some caliber.
Oh, like they all have the same a big database available to each other?
Yeah, something like that. Like to an extent.
So I know Ancestry.com is the one that everybody knows because they advertise so much.
Yeah. But Ancestry...
Sorry, dislocate my freaking wrist.
Ancestry doesn't test for the same stuff that 23andMe does, though.
Right.
Because I would love to see what my percentages are. And if anybody that I'm related to has also done the test, they will actually connect. They'll connect you to them. They'll say, hey, so you connect to another person in our registry. Do you give permission?
Now stop.
Do you give permission for, you know, the sharing of contact information? They will actually ask permission before they exchange information.
Oh yeah, because you don't want like somebody you have a PPO against.
Right.
Like, you know, a second cousin you have a PPO against.
Because I would love to find out. I want to see.
Why would you hold still and stick your nose lightly against my hand? You know that hurts. Why would you do that while we're playing?
Don't look at me. You're the one that did it. That's mean, Zora.
You know better. I'm not going to play with you because you're mean. You're learning bad habits from Jason. Yeah. Yeah, no.
Look at her arguing with you. No, I'm not.
She told me that she's the one teaching Jason the bad habits.
Uh-huh, I know she is.
I'm the leader.
I'm the leader.
That's not a good thing, Dora. Trust me.
That's not the flex you think it is. Hey, Fergal. How you doing?
She's like, fine, I'm gonna go eat.
She thought about popping that gate, too. She's like,
She
oh.
looked at her. Turned circles, looked at it, turned circles, looked at it again.
She's like, oh, wait, the living room isn't empty, so I can't do it. Crap.
See this?
Uh-huh. Oh, she is...
Little Madam Monkey up there.
She is so funny.
She's after the speaker, and she keeps trying to steal the brush.
I know. It's so funny.
Has she, like, pretty much completely pulled the couch cover in her direction?
She has a few times. She was angry at it the first time that when I was down here and you like fixed the flap. She kept like talking to it like she was like like it offended her. She was doing that growling thing cats do, and I go, listen to you, sassy britches. And then because Tribble thought it was a cat that she was fussing at, Tribble started growling like she is now. And I'm like, shut up, it's the damn couch cover.
Right.
Like, much money.
I don't mind Tribble being out of there, you know. It's like, go away, just get out. Go somewhere else in the house, Tribble.
Right.
Let Gus not grow up with that influence.
She's not trying to acclimate at all. She fights with everybody.
Yeah.
Like, she does not make a good house cat.
No. And they had her since she was tiny, so it's not like she started out as a feral cat either.
But she acts like one, and it's weird.
She does. Whereas Cody's the opposite. Has lived on the streets her whole life and acts like a house cat.
And she acts like a house dog too.
She really does.
I've never seen a cat even in videos where cats are happy to see their owners. She bounced when she saw me that one time. Mm-hmm. She was in the middle of the living room and she's gonna run away, and I called her and she like, oh hi, and she got really bouncy and ran up to me.
Excited to see Jason, and Jason's like freaking mean to all the cats.
Yeah. Watching you. Who, me? Yes, you.
No, I'm not gonna play with you still. Come on. Come on. No, come on. Come on, good girl.
Oh, Bubba.
Oh, girl. No, I don't want your nose on me. Lay down. She's so perturbed. Hurt my feelings.
She's very put upon that she cannot play in the exact way that she wants to play.
She just turns circles. To find her spot, she has turned like 6 circles. Just to finally lay down.
That's
it's so funny.
That's how she pouts.
It is. It's the only time she ever does it. Yeah, see now she's looking and chewing her feet.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see your whiskers, honey. Yep, somebody's got swelling whiskers.
What are you working on?
Oh yeah, and they're itchy.
That you're crocheting.
Are you itchy, honey? Her follicles are swollen and they're itchy.
You want to give her a Benadryl? Should probably give her a Benadryl.
Look, don't lick my nose. Come over here and show God, mommy. Other mom. Oh, mom lady. Come on.
Come here.
Really?
Calm
down. Calm down.
Let me see your face. Chill out. Let me see your face. Stop. You're going to knock shit over. Quit. Let me see your nose. Let me see your nose. Tip of her nose is pink, too.
Yeah, I noticed that.
When you can
the
see
penis,
it.
You can tell where the penis is also red.
Yeah.
The picture on her nose for clarifying for people.
Stop. You knock stuff down. Your belly's turning pink, too.
Her peachy. Stop.
I don't want to make out with you. In between her paw pads is also red. Yeah, go give her a Benadryl.
Come on. Come on, Benadryl dog. You want a treat? You want a treat?
Oh, okay.
Like, hell yeah, I want a treat. What you, Gio? You want a treat too?
Give him a Benadryl. Maybe he'll stop pacing.
Right. I'm totally not against that. Should I may just give Zora a chewable Benadryl? Just give her kids one. It tastes better. It's grape flavored, but it has no real grape, and Jason does not have an allergic reaction to it.
Okay.
When it actually does not have grape.
I was gonna say, because grapes are not just an allergen, they're a toxin, so.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying, it does not have any grape flavor in it.
Okay.
It doesn't even say natural flavors. The word natural is not in it. We should probably, if she doesn't like if the chewable ones here don't work really well for her as far as like her thinking they're yummy and working really well as giving them to her, we should consider some melt-aways, like the fast-acting melt-away ones.
Yeah. Remember the Benadryl that they modeled after the Listerine strips?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Do they still make those?
I don't know.
In that-
I've seen them in a long time.
Thank you for all the likes.
She ate the pill. Children 6 to 11 years are 1 to 2 chewables. So like Jason would be like a 1 on a regular basis without a major reaction. Do you think? Oh yeah, Jason's regular prescription for it would be 1 pill. Do you think that's about good for Zora's weight?
Yeah.
Or the same as Jason's regular allergy prescription?
Mm-hmm.
Not like, oh my god, he's, needs something before we take him to the hospital.
Right. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. You can always give her more if she needs it.
Yeah. Oh, Gio, come here, honey.
Close
Gio.
your eyes
Here,
and
Gio.
trust it. Just trust it.
Gio. He was walking away all sad. Gio!
You will know it's full of glitter in the air.
Come here, Gio. Come on, honey.
A little fear in the face and said, I just don't.
I put away the meds and Gio walks away all sad.
It's only half past the point of no return. Tip of the iceberg, the sun before the burn, thunder before the lightning, and the breath before the flames. Have you ever felt this way? Yeah, she was talking about the dog. Have you ever read someone staring at the phone? Your whole life waiting on a ring to prove you're not alone. Have you ever so gently you have to cry? Yeah, I know. We know.
It's alright.
Have you
It's
ever
alright.
come inside? It's only half past the
Dora.
point of oblivion. Hourglass on the table, the walk before the run, the breath before the kiss, and the
Dora.
fear before the phrase. Have you ever felt this way? Oh God. Some of these. There you are, sitting in the garden, clutching my coffee, calling me sugar. You call me sugar. Well, Benadryl is usually done by weight, but sometimes you also have to account for sensitivity to the medication. Like for me, I usually take a half. If I need to take Benadryl, I take half a pill. Unless I'm having a super severe reaction, then I take a full pill, but I break it in half so it works quicker because it breaks the coating.
Yeah, half a pill is not silly.
And I weigh 260, and I can take a half of, like if I'm having severe like seasonal allergies and my Flonase isn't working, I'll take half and it works well enough. Like it's enough.
I can only take a half when it's a severe reaction, like an itchy throat, or it will knock me flat and I will fall asleep. Like I cannot take any Benadryl at all unless I'm prepared to sleep.
Yeah. But I mean, like, that's what I'm saying, though, is like people within my weight usually have to take 2.
Mm-hmm.
I take half.
Right.
You know.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay. You ready? Oh. It just like fell out at me.
Zora, stop.
I lost my number 7 on my keypad.
Oh no.
Keyboard. At least it's just a 7. Not something like super important like an A. Zora, stop.
Like, tuck her in too while you're at it.
Zora.
Yeah. Burrito her in the basement.
Hold on a second, I'm gonna put it in.
Out of context. There's a bedroom in the basement, to be clear. She'd be in a bed.
Can you,
I am
Yeah,
AJ
stop.
from Michigan. What?
we have another iPhone cord over here?
No.
Can you charge mine for like while I'm putting Mimi to bed?
I guess. Where am I at? Because this shit runs down fast. That's why I keep it plugged in when I'm live.
Yeah, it's just while I'm putting her to bed.
Stop it. Zora.
Stop it. Get up there. Get up there.
It's not playtime, Zora. It's not nighttime.
She's like, I know it's num time.
No. None night. Sleep time. Bedtime.
Bang time?
Girl, I'm gonna newspaper your nose, I swear to God.
Sleep time. She's like sweet time. Crap.
I am a business hobbyist with crafting. I knit, crochet, and all that stuff, and well, this too. But my sister and I actually own 2 businesses together. We run 2 nonprofits. One is a community outreach, the other is an animal sanctuary. Nothing quite as exciting as a pilot, though. Although my life is never boring at all, ever. Zora, go lay down. Autumn Jude's Craft Room isn't an official business yet. It will be soon, though. I hope. like a gentleman, like you imagine when you are young. I don't know. Slow. Let's take it easy, now. Watch it go, we're burning down the highway. Back over the hurricane, it started turning. Sometimes you close your eyes and see the place where you used to Anxiety couple, interesting. I was reading the alert up there. Hey, there'll be none of that. Be nice. Tribble. You better be nice. Hello. What's up?
Oh. Sanitary stuff.
Gotcha. Took a shower earlier, but my face is itchy. I'm allergic to the state of Michigan, by the way. Severely, apparently.
The state of Michigan is allergic to the state of Michigan.
Oh my god, my face started itching for no reason just now. Take a baby wipe and wipe my face off.
The state of Michigan is allergic to itself, and it's just plain freaking nuts.
Ugh.
It gives itself hot and cold flashes.
Oh my gosh. I'm making a glasses chain for me eyeballs. What the fuck? Come on. Matilda! Ignore me, you butthead. I know you heard me. Not fooling anybody, ma'am. I do what I want. I don't think so. Okay, so moon. Moon, pinnacle. No, pinnacle, moon. Missing one. Oh, it's already there. She broke your throne and she cut your hair. From your lips she drew hallelujah. 1, 2, 3. Am I high? What am I missing? Apparently I can't count. That was weird. It's because I wear my altar. It's not a vanity thing, it's a witch thing. But this is for my eyeglasses. You know, like old people wear to keep their eyeglasses nearby, so they don't have to, if they have to pull their eyeglasses off their face, they don't have to set them down. Somebody else sing alive. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Jump ring is not flat. I mean, I would love to make jewelry for a living, but no. This is just for fun. This is for my own personal. I have the skill to do it, so I'm gonna make myself a new one because the old one broke. Instead of ordering another one, because I had O-rings on hand from a different project. I wonder if I have... Did I take it out of here? I must have taken it out of here. Ow, shit. Well, that's fucking terrifying. Yep, I must have pulled it out of here when I got home. I could have worked on that. Oh well, I can work on it a different time. No, I didn't. No, these were all purchased. I have a necklace in the works though, but I don't currently have it here, right here. It's up in my room. I'm in my living room currently. Some days alone. I have the skill to make stuff like this. stuff that doesn't require like welding and melting metal and all that stuff, but I'm not quite skilled yet to feel comfortable selling things. I need better tools though. Someone stole my other pliers like these, so I'm using round ones, and I don't like using round ones. They're hard to grip with. That's why I'm using them in my non-dominant hand. Knowing that this can't go on forever. Likely one of us will have to spend some days alone. Maybe we'll get 40 years together. One day I'll be gone. One day you'll be gone. Go to bed, Geo. Quit pacing. Thank you. I mean, this is a, sorry, I wasn't meaning to do that. This is actually a sweater that I tie-dyed for my sister's wedding a few years ago. And then I'm just wearing a blue tank top and a blue skirt. Because I don't like pants. Pants are actually kind of a sensory nightmare for me, so I wear skirts most of the time. Hard to convince people you're non-binary when all you do is wear skirts. Oh well. Some of these are not uniform. Yeah. Hold on. There you go. There you go. Hey. B-boy. Yes, you. Hey. Hey. Hello. Excuse me. Hey. Little foot. Hey. Hey. Sir. They can. I don't identify with being a woman, so... I'm not a man either, so... Most of the time, I'm nothing. As far as gender goes, I don't identify with anything. I just kind of exist as a genderless blob. Everybody who isn't cis, who doesn't identify with the sex that they were assigned at birth, is trans. It's an umbrella term. It's not just female to male and male to female. It's other genders too. And you don't have to be transitioning to be trans either. If you don't identify with what you were assigned with at birth, then you're trans. It's kind of how it works. Yep. like for me, my base gender is non-binary, as in I don't identify. For me, what that means to me is I don't identify with being a woman. That's what I was assigned a woman, signed female at birth, which I don't mind people knowing. But I don't identify with womanhood. I haven't really ever my whole life. But I also identify as gender fluid because there are some days that I just don't feel a connection to it. When I look in the mirror, I don't feel the things that most women feel when they look in the mirror about themselves, about womanhood, about being a girl, and that's not to say that feeling like that is that there's something wrong with it. Like, it's not a disgusted feeling or anything of that nature. Like, I don't look in the mirror and go, oh God, I'm a girl. Like, I don't feel that way. And people who identify with feeling like, yay, I'm a girl, I like doing girly things, I like wearing makeup and nail polish and all these, things that are stereotypical female or, feminine and stuff. I don't shit on people who like those things, because you like what you like. Just like, as far as gender goes, people should be able to express themselves the way they want. I think men should be able to wear dresses and makeup and whatever. And I think women should be able to wear whatever they want as well. And I don't think how people dress should really matter. I mean, my son, who's 4, wanted nail polish the other day, and my sister painted, or not my sister, her husband painted his nails. Like, because to him, it's not a gender thing. I don't paint my nails because I'm a girl. I just paint them because I like painting my nails. I think so too, Men are men, women are women, non-binary people are non-binary, trans people are whatever gender they identify with. The stereotypical trans people, the binary trans, they are who they say they are. I think as far as gender goes and gender expression goes, I think people should be respected for that stuff. I mean, just like my son doesn't tie gender to clothes either. A few years ago, he wanted a skirt because his sister had a skirt and he wanted to twirl around in the yard with her. It's not his sister's wearing a skirt because she's a girl. That's not how Jason saw it at all. Skirts are pretty. People like wearing skirts. He wanted to wear a skirt because he wanted to twirl around in the yard with her because she was running around. It was during the summer. Like I said the other day, he had his nails painted and no one cared. In fact, his papa painted them for him. Like, we don't care about gender in this house as far as sticking to strict rules.
Gender, that's a thing?
What's gender? We just yeet that out the window. I mean, Jason is currently wearing pink boots. I mean, not like right at the second, but like his choice of footwear. He might have gone to bed with his shoes on. He's currently at his dad's house. For now, Jason is a boy, and if that changes in the future, then we will, address that accordingly. If Jason comes to us one day and says, I want to still be called Jason, but I don't want to be called a boy anymore, we'll respect that. And if Jason comes to us one day and says, hey, I'm a girl, I want my name to be whatever name that they
Janet.
pick Janet, then we will respect that
It'll
because
be Jurassic Janet.
when you support your trans kids, they live longer. I would rather have a trans child than a dead one. Period. And that's how it should be. If you are not prepared to have a trans child, you shouldn't have children. And he tries so hard because for the most part I use they pronouns. And he tries really hard, but he doesn't understand it yet. The whole they, she, he thing. I mean, there's been quite a few of the animals that he's gotten the wrong gender of. For a long time, Zora was a he. And not because he was refusing to respect Zora as a female dog, because that's what she is, she's a dog. It had nothing to do with that. He just doesn't understand how pronouns work. And I mean, he referred to himself in the third person for a very long time. So it's like, it's literally, he just doesn't understand pronouns. His grammar is adorable though, when it comes to using she, he, and they in sentences.
Yeah, except for 1 hour.
He tries, and it's really cute. But he legitimately doesn't understand how pronouns work. He really don't. He really doesn't.
He really don't.
He really... I can't grammar.
Just so now we're talking about grammar.
And now I can't even grammar. He's 4. He still refers to YouTube as MeTube. It's MeTube instead of YouTube.
Oh no, now it's Mewtube.
Oh, Mewtube.
Mewtube because it's both mine and yours. It's Mewtube.
Mewtube. He's ridiculous, but in
Me and you.
He's ridiculous, but in an adorable way. That sounds like... Why what?
Hey, why? Look at that look. Yeah. Why do you have to sit in the middle? You know better. You sit on one side or the other every time until you know I have to sit in the middle because there's no spot. Look at that. She sits on one side or the other, and the second I need to sit down, she's in the middle.
Because he doesn't understand how pronouns work. He thinks by saying YouTube that's how it works. When I say it to him, it's YouTube, but when he says it, it's me too, because me and you, like, he doesn't understand the exchange. He really doesn't. He legitimately doesn't understand how pronouns work. And the word you is a pronoun. Just like I and me and you and they and she and he, those are all pronouns. He does not understand how they work. I is also a pronoun. So he doesn't understand, like, the exchange of it. He really doesn't.
Get over there. Zora. Over here.
Now you're just being obtuse on purpose.
She is. She went around, she almost laid down, and she had to walk behind me where I was about to scoot back.
Because he thinks that I'm saying YouTube because I'm saying it to him.
It's his tube.
It's his tube. Like, it belongs to him. So when he's saying it to me, he thinks it belongs to him, so he's saying me tube to me. Like, kind of like...
mine and yours.
Mine and yours. Like, he doesn't understand the exchange
like
of...
He's saying
of
my tube, and you're saying your tube.
Yeah, like it's his. Like, it belongs to him. Like, he doesn't understand...
So
he doesn't understand that the word YouTube is the name of the thing. Like, that's where the disconnect is. Like, he thinks the name changes depending on who's saying it.
He thinks the word is tube. The name is tube, and you and me is the thing that changes.
Yeah. So yeah, he doesn't understand how it works yet.
It's cute though.
It is.
It really is.
He just processes things a little different. He's also autistic, and he has age regression, so that's also part of it. So he looks like a 7-year-old, sometimes thinks like a 4-year-old, but mostly he's about 2.5. There are days where he's 1. He regresses back to 1-year-old and cannot speak at all. Like, it's gibberish. As if he's...
Those are the sound days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sound days and a lot of repetitive noises and...
Mm-hmm. And it's beyond stimming. It's very similar to a 1-year-old testing out mouth sounds. It's very much like that.
Yeah, I noticed that too. That he literally will say things, he'll make sounds not because he's stimming, but just because he likes the way it feels.
Mm-hmm. Or he'll make sounds as if he's saying the word and all the syllables will be there, but the enunciation of the individual letters is not.
Right.
Like he'll say thank you, but instead of saying the words thank you, he'll go
Right,
he'll it's like a sing-song kind of thing.
Yeah, that's how he used to communicate when he was tiny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm catching him signing again.
Mm-hmm.
Do you notice that? He's signing please.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm catching him signing please a lot. Especially for when he's hungry. Because he used to think that rubbing your tummy and please was the same as saying please food because I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm. A common sign for milk is this. In baby sign language. Baby sign language is a squeeze a hand.
Which is funny.
It's kind of cute.
You think about it like udders and milking a cow.
That's exactly why.
I know. It's cute.
Rude. Yeah, I mean, I love him. He's a little shit sometimes, but he is a good...
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. But I mean,
we love him just as much.
It's like, there's like someone on TikTok who got really upset when, someone was like, I don't want to talk to you if you refer to your children as assholes. And I'm like, you don't have kids, do you? Like, you don't have children. You obviously do not have kids. Because, like, kids are dicks. Like, they really
are.
They can be.
Buttons,
yeah.
And they test. Yeah. That's part of what they do. They're testing boundaries.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But when they do it, they're still jerks.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't mean we love them any less.
When you hit the face with a glass bottle because you won't get up in the morning, they're being a jerk.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry your kid's an asshole for hitting you and breaking your nose.
How old was he at the time? Like 1?
2, I think.
Oh, was he 2?
He was like 1.5 or 2.
Yeah.
Baby bottle.
But the intent wasn't to break your nose, it was to get your attention.
It was to wake me up.
It was to wake you up.
Please get out of bed, Mom. I want to get up.
Mm-hmm.
Get up with me now. You are not listening. So I'm going to break your nose.
The surefire way to get your attention is touch your face really hard with this very hard object.
Not realizing. He still does not realize to this day what that entails if he is to hit someone or something with an object. He does not get it.
No.
He does not comprehend.
Because in the cartoons, the consequences are not like they are in real life.
Yeah.
I've caught him watching Spider-Man stuff. Kid Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah, I got to keep telling him not to watch that too. And there's one that's very similar to a kid's Power Rangers, and I have to tell him to stop watching that too.
Yeah, we're going to have to go through YouTube Kids and block certain channels again.
I kind of feel like he's at the point right now with the acting out that, especially after he tried to bonk a piglet.
Yeah.
I think we need to get rid of YouTube Kids for a while longer and pull up Noggin and ABC Mouse.
Yeah.
What's the other one? We have another one. We have Noggin, ABC Mouse, and...
I don't know. I thought all we had was that and Mashi.
I could have sworn we had ABC Mouse, Noggin, and we had one other that was like a kid's.
Oh. If we do, I don't know about it.
I think PBS is part of Noggin.
I thought Noggin was Nickelodeon.
It is, but it's a whole string. They're all like a bunch of other joined up with them. PBS is one of them. Like Paw Patrol is on Noggin.
He liked Barney. I think we need to invest in Barney.
I think so too.
Because Barney teaches a lot of really, really good lessons, like helping to clean up and sharing and how to process your emotions and stuff.
I am okay with him watching some of the ones that he likes on Netflix, like the Rainbow Rangers, because they're actually about saving the environment. That's their stuff is about saving the environment. They're like magical fairy
by the way,
rangers.
Barney, I believe, is on one of our streaming channels. I can't remember which one it is.
I've seen it, and I don't remember.
Because I watched it with him. I should. Here's something I used to watch when I was your age, when I was really little.
Netflix. I think it's Netflix.
It was kind of hard to keep his attention, but he did.
He's mentioned it several times. He's actually talked about
watching
it.
But I showed him an episode, and I mean, he was in and out of attention, but like when they were singing and dancing and stuff, he paid attention to it.
Yeah, and that was like over a year ago.
And his, yeah, we only watched the one episode, and the in-between stuff didn't really capture his attention, but the singing, which is usually where all the lessons are, he was dancing to it. He was paying more attention to it.
Yeah, if that was over a year ago, then it'd be even better now.
And that was literally only one episode, and he still talks about it.
Yeah. Especially since he's got a shirt that started out as a smiley balloon, but ended up being the tie-dye of a Barney face.
It does. It looks like CJ.
Yeah, I guess.
It's kind of shaped kind of like CJ when you look at him head on with the
I was gonna say it's the same color as Barney, and it has the kind of. It was supposed to be a heart shape. It was supposed to be a heart face with a smile.
I watched Barney through all of Barney's phases when Barney was like that weird color that wasn't like the vibrant purple and green. It was like that weird plum purple color.
Yeah.
And Barney wasn't quite dinosaur shaped in the face. Not quite.
Was very generic.
And his tail was too long.
Animal kids drawing.
Well, Barney started out as a teddy bear.
Oh.
There was no dinosaurs that looked like Barney in existence, and I guess the person who invented Barney like created him out of a teddy bear kind of thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, because the original concept for Barney was that like in later shows, Barney just kind of exists as Barney, but in the earlier episode, Barney starts out as a stuffed animal.
Oh, I remember that.
And they bring him to life. Like they like
every time they sing and play, and it was like a certain song or something.
Yeah.
Let's play with Barney.
And then Barney and Friends. Barney didn't really become like this standalone, like not starting. You know, like every episode they bring him to life. It wasn't until Barney and Friends, you know, when they introduced CJ and his sister, that
CJ is the green Triceratops.
He's yellow.
Yellow.
The sister's the green one.
Yeah.
The sister's the green one. It wasn't until they were introduced that Barney continued to like always. He just kind of like walked through the door instead of starting out as a little plush.
Jason will probably like that anyways, because since he's in the dinosaurs, and when CJ you said was introduced, that's his favorite is Triceratops. He'll know the difference though, that CJ is not actually a Triceratops. There's a different one that's got the frill that looks more like that. Jason will probably know better. It's not Triceratops.
What year? I don't remember. Barney's been around for a very long time.
Barney was after my time, and it came out around the time that I became a nanny. So I was around 18. Late 90s. It was late 90s.
Mm-mm.
Oh no, wait. It was early 90s. Because my friend Jen wore a purple costume, wore a purple jumpsuit in gym one year, and we called her Barney, and it stuck. Early 90s. I'd say 92, 93, something like that.
92. Barney and Friends debuted in 92.
I was 12. So it was still still after my time, but you know, as far as watching that goes.
Barney was created in 87. So why the big gap? Oh, the first Barney was created in 87.
Was it like a more obscure kids show?
Barney was
Elsewhere, like
originally
PBS?
going to be a blanket. He became a teddy bear when that was proved to be too difficult.
A blanket? Huh. That's interesting.
Oh, 92 is when PBS acquired the rights to the show. So it was a show already.
It was a more obscure one.
Yeah. I'm not gonna read this on here. But Barney was canceled for the actor who played Barney. The show was canceled because of the controversy behind what the actor who played Barney did.
I heard that, so that's actually true.
It looks like it.
We're talking like Catholic priest kind of thing?
Yes. Yep.
Wow. That was a rumor about Mr. Rogers. And also, was it?
That was proved to be false, and everybody who ran stories of that nature were sued.
Good.
About Mr. Rogers.
What was the other one? It was either Big Bird or Oscar the Grouch or something. That was.
No, it was the voice of Elmo, and that was also untrue.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, because there were a lot of accusations. I'm glad.
Because he's queer.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So
no.
I'm saying there had to have been something behind
Yeah.
it if it's untrue, and there were a lot of accusations.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah. Yes, because Sesame Street's going to keep you around to train new Elmo voice actors, if that were true, right?
Right.
Elmo, he created that character, by the way. Sesame Street did not create Elmo. The original voice actor of Elmo created Elmo.
So they didn't own the voice and all that.
No.
Did he own it, or did they?
I think they
probably
they
licensed
licensed it. They bought the rights to it, but he's the one who actually created the character.
Right.
He actually spent his entire life like working, like leading up to that point. He was a puppeteer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he actually ran the puppet, not just did the voice.
Right. Yeah. He was a puppeteer.
A lot of the voice actors only do the voices, but not the puppets.
Yeah. He actually
Like they voice over.
he created his first puppet when he was like 10 or something like that. He was
That's
really
cool.
really young. Yeah. There was like a speech there was a documentary on it that I watched. I was like, oh wow.
Oh, my back hurts.
What did he do? Let's just say it involves children, and we'll leave it at that.
Catholic priests.
Yeah. And not in a safe or sane way. That was very much not consensual. So we're gonna leave it at that because it's TikTok and I don't want to be banned for other shit. So. The ocean
Is there consensual with children? Is that even exist?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then.
But I wanted to be clear that that's what I meant.
Right, yeah.
Which is why I wasn't elaborating because it was,
Exactly.
that was, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Right? Oh, next time I need to do the bar first and then the regular shampoo. My scalp is dry on the top. Oh, I did it in the wrong order. Now my head itches.
Me and Amanda started coming up with a list of a good, just in case, US 86.
Sorry, I'm laughing because that's my brother's name. Just in case is my brother's name.
Oh my god.
And it makes
That just occurred to me.
and it makes me giggle every time it's
Every time.
Every time.
I'm sorry, that is the most. Your father is absolutely ridiculous.
He's
Like,
hilarious.
I love the story behind it, especially since it's true.
Mm-hmm.
But it is like,
And I'm legitimately the only person in the family who's ever caught it.
you're kidding. Really?
Yeah, really. I confronted my
Oh
dad
my
about
God.
I go, why is my brother's name just in case? And I said it just how you're supposed to say it, just in case. Like, not just in case, it's just in case. I go, why is that my brother's name? And my dad finally admitted, he goes, because I didn't think Justin was mine. So he is just in case he's mine, just in case Edwards, just in case he's my kid.
That is hilarious.
It is hilarious.
I'm sorry, it's hilarious. I
It-
can't wait to meet your dad someday. Put him and Jason together, holy shit.
Oh my god. And my dad would be so patient with him too.
I know. So, your dad's a cutie.
He is a good man, and he is like most dads are full of dad jokes to about here. Dad's just like everything's a dad joke to him. So he's
Dad jokes are the dad jokes.
mm-hmm.
Dad jokes about bad dad jokes.
I'm pretty sure my dad would cease to exist if dad jokes were outlawed. Like he'd like wither up and die.
He's like a founding forefather of dad jokes.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous. He is hilarious. He's a hilarious man.
When my dad used to make jokes, it was like, they were usually subtle, and he'd think he was so funny if he made a funny dad joke. But it was like so out of character that he would start giggling because he thought he was so funny, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
My dad's the kind of dad who executes a dad joke as if it's a normal thing to say. Like, he doesn't execute them like they're jokes.
Dry. He's got dry dad jokes.
It's not even that. Even when they're fucking hilarious, he delivers them as if, like, how you and I are talking.
Yeah.
There is no, like, joke inflection like most dads who deliver dad jokes. There's a joke inflection.
A dry joke.
Yeah. But it's like, he'll say the most hilarious shit, and it's just like we're having a normal conversation. He injects us in there, and you're like, did he really just fucking say that to me? Like,
those are the ones that I'm like so... I don't want to call myself stupid, but I'm so like gullible that I'm like, did he mean that? Was that a joke? Was that not a joke?
When you're
What?
when you're so sarcastic, people think you're serious.
Right, exactly. This is the dry jokes. And Charlie, too, gets me with the dry jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
No, there's no excuse for you.
That's true.
I found online a while, like years ago, this thing that was like funny, like excuses parents have written for their children, like for like missing school or being late or whatever, and it's like they're like worded funny, like people like miswrite things all the time. And one of them, which was hilarious because my dad's name is John, was please excuse John for being, it was his father's fault. And I have never forgotten it because that's it's literally a true statement though. Like,
thank you for him. I am sorry if he exists. I am sorry he is such a turd.
Please excuse John for being. It was his father's fault. It was his father's fault.
His dad made him. It's his fault.
So funny. And then I read that to my dad, and he goes, "Son of a bitch." Very much a Dean Winchester moment. It's so funny. Like, I literally could see if Dean Winchester had been able to retire in his 30s of being a monster hunter and could have a family and actually be a dad, I'm pretty sure he would be like my dad. Because my dad is still one of those, you come on my land, you're going to be looking down the ass end of a pew-pew, and because I can't say it because we're a TikTok. And
I'm sorry, all I can think of is facing a skunk butt at you and holding his tail up in the air.
Right?
Pew pew. Like,
oh, that would be my dad too. He'd be like, "Oh, grab the skunk."
Grab the skunk and aim.
But yeah,
he'd be like Ralph out cleaning it every day. The scare the caretaker.
No, because like, okay, so Dean Winchester, he's an avid car enthusiast, especially his own special vehicle. My dad's
Right.
like that with his motorcycles, but he's always been like that with cars in general.
Right.
There isn't a car my dad cannot fix. It literally doesn't exist.
Your dad doesn't live here. Why?
Right? Except for maybe
Bye,
Teslas.
Kyle.
But like,
Bye, Dad.
but an actual like engine car, if it's broken, he can fix it.
He can be a big brain suit doctor.
Right. He also he created his own smokehouse out of spare roofing parts.
That's awesome.
Because,
Did he like to work on chicken coops?
Hey, Dad, can you ride your motorcycle to Michigan for about a month and fix our shit, please? Please.
With spare parts.
With spare parts.
Stuff that we
Bring your tools and any of the spare parts you've collected over the years from working construction, and that's what it was.
Motorcycle, we'll buy you a little trailer because we'll be saving so much money.
Yeah, he was allowed to bring home scraps from work because he worked at Ribbed Roof Inc., which was the leading creator of ribbed roofing.
Right.
The corrugated roofing.
Right.
Which now you see everywhere. Back then you didn't. You literally had to order it special. You couldn't just
Yeah,
go to Home Depot.
their patent ran out. They didn't renew it in time.
Yeah, but they were the
Or somebody made them slightly smaller and got another.
yeah, because theirs was roughly square shaped corrugation, and their
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
and their fiberglass their greenhouse roofing was fiberglass, and when the sun shined through it, it wasn't crystal clear. You could see fibers, the actual fiberglass fibers running through it.
What you're talking about.
Yeah.
That was really cool, and it caused prisms.
Mm-hmm.
You would look up at it from inside the greenhouse; it'd be like kind of rainbowy.
And the only issue with their type of, because they hadn't perfected the fiberglass yet, because they were perfecting the metal. You can go all over the U.S. if it is square shaped and it's been there since the early to mid 90s. They were the ones that did it. They literally Dad traveled all over the U.S. installing roofing.
Cool.
Yeah.
It was probably a lot like the metal roofs are these days,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like it's really big deal.
Yeah.
Expensive, big deal, and
My dad actually helped perfect the design of it and how they fit together. so it was seamless. That the end parts where they connect, where they like loop together.
Yeah.
Ribbed Roof Inc. created that. They perfected that scene. Now you can like slide them together. They fit together like like flooring. They perfected that. Like they're the reason that exists mainstream everywhere now in, that type of roofing and stuff.
Not only that, but I'm sure it gave way to the ideas to be able to do flooring that way.
Yep.
Because flooring didn't exist like that.
No, it didn't.
I bet you that whole kind of concept just kind of paved the way.
Yep, but he was allowed to bring home scraps from jobs and stuff, and yeah, he piled a whole bunch in the yard, got enough of pieces that were, roughly the same length, and he created a mini smokehouse. So cool. Had a shelf in it for the charcoal bits. He cleaned off any of the paint that was attached to it so that it wouldn't create, carcinogens when it would burn.
Right.
And yeah, oh my god, he made smoked cheese one time.
Ooh. Again, does your dad want to move?
Dad, you want to live in Michigan? No, because Shannon would come with him. She can live in the back.
Dad, do you want to switch a chicken or a piglet? Let's trade.
Right. She can live in the barn. She can live in the...
She can live with the pigs in the little chicken coop.
No, she can live in the turkey house attached to the front of the barn.
There we go. The animal enclosure.
Follow you.
Maybe a little pluck her feathers too. See you strut your feathers now.
Dad would definitely help us with our land dispute.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, and my dad is artistically inclined. Him and Shannon were starting up a bougie concrete flooring company where they carve designs into the floor and then stain pieces of it in different color, like concrete color stains and stuff. Yeah, they did. One that they had done a few years back was a very elaborate sea compass, like in the dead center of the floor. It was really beautiful, and it was done in shades of brown. It looked like wood when they were done.
I want that.
Yeah, it looked like wood when they were done.
We need to do it right here. You know, we need like
I wish Shannon wasn't a shit person, because she's
in the floor right here of like a menagerie. Like everywhere you look, it's like some kind of like weird, like the Tree of Life, where you've got like all these hidden animals and the carvings and stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I love it.
Like, I wish she wasn't such a shit person, because she's very creative and very artistic too. But she's garbage.
Oh, I was telling you that we were.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Coming up with, I forgot too. Coming up with a list of US 86ing.
Yeah.
As far as like activated charcoal, Ipecac, tweezers, stuff like that, Narcan.
Yeah.
You know, we're trying to come up with a list, so we actually all have to do that and see if we can collect as much as we can on a budget. You know what I'm saying? Figure out how to do that.
We need to look into how much medical supplies we can get without prescriptions, like what we have access to. As far as
we can have access to like the lines, the needles and stuff, but we don't have access to the saline.
You can make saline though.
Yeah,
saline's
Amanda's already got all the lines.
I was gonna say saline is incredibly easy to make.
Yeah, and just you've been trained in how to do it, and so is she. So
yeah. I gotta up my skills on doing sutures though. Haven't in a long time. I want to get a suture.
Did you actually see the sutures in Mimi's face?
No. Oh, I saw the pictures.
God, they were terrible.
Yeah, I saw the pictures you posted.
I've never seen such a bad They weren't even. They're gonna scar like crazy. I cannot believe that they were that huge and that poorly done. They looked like a mattress stitch. They looked like they had stitched a seam to a overused t-shirt.
Yeah, that's traditional suturing. However,
it was huge though.
I know. However, my guess is they had an intern. You know what I mean? Resident. Thank you. My guess is they had a resident do it because
first term resident too.
Because that's how the stitches are supposed to look, generally speaking. But on a face, they're not supposed to be that big.
No, they're not at all. And this guy did it professionally. This is what he does. He is a surgeon. He's an ears, nose, and throat surgeon that kind of goes along with where he was talking about, giving her a talk at the same time and trying to make it blend with the lines as much as it could. And I'm like, oh my god. It looked like a Frankenstein stitches.
My guess is
Halloween, did it not?
My guess is come together as one piece.
Yeah.
Not all the time, because you can buy suture kits. You can actually buy the needles by themselves.
Yeah, I've seen it both ways. Sometimes the needle and the thread, the needle just is a stiffened thread.
No, it's an actual needle.
Oh, I've seen them where they're actually, the needles are a continuation of the thread that, they end up making it out of another material, but it literally is just a continuation.
Yeah, it's got a tiny little weld on it because
does it?
Yeah, sutures are metal thread mostly because cloth thread harbors bacteria.
Yeah.
People were dying from surgeries because they were still using silk thread.
Oh.
Especially during the Vietnam War, silk thread was what everybody used.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
because it's strong.
And it's easy to get.
Yeah.
And if you have silk drawers, you have silk thread.
Yeah.
So if you run out of actual thread, what do? You just throw that shit in a pot, boil it, add some astringent to it to sanitize it, and shred it to pieces and use the threads. You've got thread when you run out of thread.
Yeah.
And it was cheap to do it that way. Unfortunately, they thought that silk was what to use because it's a natural fiber. Unfortunately,
it's the opposite.
It's the opposite. You want something that bacteria will not stick to. So
polyester.
Polyester or a type of metal. That kind of thing. Nylon is another good one. That's what fishing line is.
I was gonna say nylon. Yeah.
But nylon stretches, unfortunately.
I was just gonna say that it stretches. But that, with the fishing lines and stuff, that's on purpose.
Yeah.
So it doesn't snap.
But it has a high tensile strength.
Yeah. But that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Empire State Building has to sway. Tall buildings have to sway.
Yep, or they'll break.
Yeah.
Literally.
Bending like a reed in the wind. Get all philosophical bullshit.
But yeah, I want to get a suture practice kit. They give you, it comes with like silicone fake skin and different shaped wounds that it shows you how to do all the different stitches. Like I want to practice again and relearn how to do it. Because you don't sew with your fingers holding the needle. You actually sew using the clamps. You hold the needles with the clamps.
Yeah.
That's really hard to do.
Take it off, grab it from the other end, hold it through.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it? It's I missed that part, but did you say it's actually bent?
Yes. Suture needles are curved.
That already?
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, suture needles are curved.
Yeah. Like
mattress needle. Yeah, it's a glorified mattress needle. Is essentially what it is. Or a tarping needle. Some tarping needles are curved too. Okay, let me count.
Oh shit. Oh, I just reminded myself. I was looking through my notes. I've got like a bazillion freaking notes here, it's so thick, and I gotta go through here and like, displace them, but it just reminded me that I gotta make an update to the doctors in the portal. They asked me to do it after a week, and it's been a week. And yes, I have seen the symptoms that they were talking about with lowering the Geodon.
Yeah. What was the Geodon for?
Bipolar.
Oh. Why were they lowering
saying
it?
That in geriatric patients, the bipolar, because you know how like all the mania stopped.
Yeah.
The way it presents is anger and argumentative and frustration and crankiness.
Yeah.
Lately, well, yeah, right? And she went down on the Geodon a couple of months ago, and then she went down again a week ago.
Why are they lowering it, though? I don't understand that.
Because it's not good for the shaking.
Gotcha.
It actually causes tremors.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it will interfere with what she has going on. So now they've stopped it completely as of today.
Wow.
They decided they wanted to put her on at a lower dose for absolute 1 week. Because they said since it's not a time release one,
are they gonna?
Or it's not one that stays in your system. It only works while you take it.
I was gonna say,
once they go off one, it doesn't matter. It's only working half the day.
Are they gonna give her an alternative?
Only if she needs it. They right. Well, that's why they want to know. They want to see how it goes.
We know how it goes.
We know so far how it goes.
Our silverware's gonna start missing soon.
Well, you know, it's. I haven't seen those symptoms. The symptoms I'm seeing is the mean, angry, argumentative.
I legitimately think that those symptoms was because I think the lithium was making her batshit bananas.
You think the lithium way back when?
I think it was.
With her head?
I think it was making her crazy.
Maybe because she got put on lithium at 18. And she was on lithium for like 30 years.
Because it's a uncommon symptom that it can induce psychosis-like behavior. Because there was the paranoia, hiding her medication, stealing our silverware, and hiding them in her suitcase.
Which also
the manic cleaning in the middle of the night, but that wasn't actually cleaning. She just stood there and swept the same spot for an hour and a half.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot of it was beyond mania, and the doctors were not the doctors.
No, they weren't. I think it was the lithium, because I haven't seen any of that in recent years at all.
However, the PSP...
It might have been making those symptoms for themselves early.
It shows up 10 to 15 years.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She might have already been presenting symptoms, but the lithium was exacerbating them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like enhancing what was already wrong.
Like the lithium ended up being a long-acting continuation, long after she was off. Mm-hmm. Because she went off the lithium about, 20 years ago. 15, 20 years ago because her kidneys went bad. fell out.
I remember now. I wasn't talking to someone on live. It was I had made a comment on TikTok. Someone was talking about how they want their body to be dealt with after they pass, and I said you have to put it in your will what you want done to your body. So like if you want, say,
it has to happen rather than anybody making an alternative choice.
Right, exactly. And
within reasonable circumstances.
So like as an example, if because people always make the joke, well, what's the point of, the surgery and the hormones when, 1,000 years from now, archaeologists are going to still clock you as a woman, even though, while you were alive, you had a beard and you had surgery to make your body look more masculine. And it's like, I made the joke that, well, that's not going to matter because when I die, I'm going to have a little tiny plaque screwed to each of my major bones, including my head, that says what my pronouns are. Like, I was just being funny.
That is so funny.
Yeah, I was just being funny.
And wait a minute.
Yeah, and they were like, well, what do you do, what are they going to do with your organs, and how are they going to inter you, and, and I'm like, put it in your will. Don't leave it up to your parents, don't leave it up to your family, put it in your will. As long as...
Everybody thinks that you have to have a will to dictate where your money goes, and that's not it at all.
No, because if you don't dictate where your estate goes, they just kind of divide it up.
But people think that that's what wills are for.
No, it's
and the will is literally for anything you are unable to make a choice about when your mind goes or
because a living will you can have in there, like as an example, like if I were to create my living will, like let's say I ended up with stage 4 uterine cancer as an example. And my living will would designate that, as much as I love my mom, I don't want my mom to have those decisions over my body. I'd rather you do that. Because you know me better than she does.
Which we all still need to do.
Yes.
Well, we've got Rocket Lawyer. We still freaking pay for it. So we need to do all that. Because it's one of the things we should really cut.
And like in my living will, I would also state that regardless of what my legal name is, that I want to be buried, if I am actually buried in the ground, that I want my headstone to have, the name that I prefer.
Well, I also want to know, if you want to be buried, if you want to be cremated, where, and to find out the rules, about like so-called burying you on the sanctuary or whatever.
You'd actually, I don't know about Michigan. One, Viking burials are legal here, so you can actually build a funeral. They're covered underneath religious practices, so you actually can build a pyre in the backyard and burn my body.
You have to prove that you were of.
It would be in my. It would be in my will. It would have to be in my will. That I am Norse pagan, and that's the way I want my body to be dealt with. Also, no. I don't want to be burned. What I want actually is, I don't want to be in a permanent cemetery plot.
Right.
That's going to be forgotten in 100 years.
Right.
What I want is, I want to be put somewhere, like, if you guys move off the sanctuary, I want you to take me with you. Stick my ass on a shelf and put my name on it and, like, celebrate my life kind of thing. Yeah.
I would like to be cremated and some of my ashes be done with such a thing. Like the pendants or part of the altar or something specific.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool to, like, mix it in with, like, a metal or bronze and make, like, a little, like, mold or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
Like, how they make the Japanese swords sometimes out of ashes?
Yes.
I think it would be cool to make just, like, some kind of little mold. Even resin. I'd be cool with being in resin.
Like, I would be okay.
But I want the rest of me buried somewhere on the sanctuary or whatever our sanctuary is at the time. And I want something like a tree planted in my ashes.
And see, I thought about that, but then
If the tree's small enough, bring it.
yeah, I thought about that, but then at the same time, I'm like, but what if they move? Then the tree gets left behind, and then if a new person buys the house, then the tree's gonna get cut down at some point. So it's like,
That's why you make it a protected tree.
yeah, but like if I were to be buried under a tree, it'd be a rowan tree, and rowan trees aren't protected. If I were in Scotland and Ireland, they would be. It's actually illegal in both countries to cut down rowan
That's why
trees.
you put it in such an area and such a place that it is unlikely to be such. But you can get rowan trees rowan trees only grow as big as their like roots and environment, don't they?
No.
They don't take if you had them in a very large pot.
Nope.
They would keep growing even if they were in a very large pot. They would not stay small because the pot would
The tree would eventually start dying.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they get pretty big.
Yeah.
But like,
See, I don't care if I'm cut down. My roots are still there.
I want,
And by then, I've become part of the earth.
like, I would be okay if, like, as an example, if my mom wanted a little bit of my ashes to keep in a necklace or made into something, I would be okay with, you know, some of my ashes being separated and given to whoever wants something made out of them. But I love the idea of, you know, 100 years from now, someone making a TikTok about, you know, cleaning my headstone and, you know, telling my story, because they do that on TikTok. It's actually really fascinating. But at the same time, all those stories are so sad because it's like, oh, you know, there's this family and, you know, here's the 2 founding members of the family, but the whole rest of the family is buried 10 states away and, you know, they're all split up and, you know, that's sad to me.
I don't feel like I have to be with the family. I feel like I have to be with the sanctuary. And that our family's hearts and spirits will always be part of the sanctuary.
Because, like, for
Whether
me,
I exist as a tree or just part of the earth.
I would love for every place that you guys move to plant a tree in my honor, like with a shelf, stick my ashes on there,
Sprinkle.
and then, like, when you leave, take the urn out and take my ass with you. Why does this tree have a shelf built on it?
Why does it have a big hole in it with a door? That's not the right shape for a fairy door.
Right?
It's the exact same shape as the urn that smushes into it.
It fits in like a key.
Although that would be really cool. Oh, there you go. You're gonna have something metal that I would be made in, like, mixed with some kind of metal for a keepsake.
Hello.
It would be really cool to have a key. Would it not be really cool to do as metal or as resin to be the shape of like an ornate kind of skeleton key? Like
Yeah.
the pretty ones that we saw the cutouts of.
They make Himalayan salt urns so that instead of when you want to be buried at sea, instead of scattering your ashes on top of the ocean where they just kind of float there, you drop the entire urn into the ocean and it slowly dissolves.
That is really cool.
Oh, I'm talking to my sister. She's across the room on the other couch.
Yeah, my dad was actually scattered over Lake Huron. Yeah, he wanted to be scattered out on the boat where he lived and fished and I mean, they lived on their boat for like 10 years.
I would love for some of my ashes to be turned into one of those like galaxy paperweights.
That's actually came into my like my brain. I kept thinking like something heavy like paperweight. Like I kept thinking of it in like my finger. Like I like my finger. My hand, like I would just like my brain was having me pick it up and drop it. My brain needs to drop a lot right now.
I like how it's like really late at night and we're talking about morbid shit, like how we want our ashes to be used.
Well, you were talking about not wanting people to be all sad and tell sad stories. I want to be celebrated. I do. I want a freaking drum circle.
Because the funeral
I want
itself,
a drum circle, and if we can get away with naked dancing around a fire, let's do that too.
like the funeral itself, you know, it's fine if people are sad, but the reception, I want it to be how like my whole family has always done receptions after the funeral. Is everybody tells stories about the person at Nana's funeral, because she died at Thanksgiving. During her funeral, like during the recession. We sang fucking Christmas songs. Someone found a piano in the room where we were having the party and played the piano. We sang Christmas songs and hung out and told stories about Nana, and you know, everybody was boohooing and crying and snotty and sad, and then as soon as we went down to that room, the whole atmosphere changed, and that's how I want it to be. Be sad at the funeral, cry and carry on and all that stuff, but as soon as the party starts, be a party. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even want a funeral. I just want the reception. I want to be celebrated. If you guys want to do like a freaking funeral march or procession during the reception, I want it outside. I don't care if it's a fucking blizzard. I would go out and work in a blizzard at -10 degrees at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Like, I don't like demand a funeral, but if someone needed to have... Well, I mean, like, if someone needed to have, like, because the funeral's for them. It's not for me. The party's for me. I don't care about the funeral part. If y'all needed to have a funeral, or, like, my mom demanded to have a funeral because she needed something to attend.
Yeah, it would be basically up to your mom.
That would be fine, but you're going to have...
we don't have any money. You pay for it, though.
But we're going to have a party, at least. And we're going to celebrate, you know, whatever memories there are. And I swear to God, if someone who I haven't spoken to in 20 years tries to pop up at my funeral, kick their fucking asses out. Because if you hadn't spoken to me in 20 years, you're not coming to my funeral. Fuck that.
If you are all like medically psycho schizophrenia, you're not coming to the funeral.
Like, I'm not gonna deal with that survivor's guilt bullshit. Like, you knew me in high school and you bullied me, and then you want to come to my funeral and because you feel bad about yourself? No.
Or you're narcissistic and want attention because they knew you in high school.
Right.
Right, I love that one.
Yeah, Connor's not coming to my funeral.
Oh, yeah, they were my girlfriend at one point, and blah, 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 look at me. I lost an ex-girlfriend, and I can tell everybody I made a mistake because, you know, they're dead.
Like, you cheated on me, and you collared her, and you lied to me about it. You're not coming to my funeral.
Yeah.
No. Fake ass Dom shit. Get out of here. He did. He collared her and lied to me about it.
You found that out?
Yeah.
When was that?
That's
right. You found the. You found
the box.
The box.
Oh, she just used my PayPal. Sure.
Uh-huh.
It's like, but it was one of those situations where I didn't really have a choice, but to like
little kid, high school bullshit.
He lied about stupid shit. Like, come on now.
You call her someone you have no idea what it means. High school bullshit.
They deserve each other, whatever.
Right. Because I mean, a lot of the time you put it on him, and I'm sorry. Even if she were naive and she weren't getting it, you told her.
I did. I told when after we broke up, and she and I were talking. I said, "You do realize he's been courting you this whole time." She honestly looked confused. It was not an act on her part. That's how detached she was from what was going on. She had no idea.
But you told her, and there were other clues that I can guarantee you she chose to ignore, and she was clueless. Because I have a feeling that there were so many clues that she chose.
I mean, there was shit.
There's no way anybody can ignore being collared. I wonder if he was telling her that it was okay because you guys were collared.
Oh, I can guarantee you that's what it was.
She probably had no idea that it was not okay.
No, I can guarantee you she didn't. I can guarantee you he told her that I thought it was okay because we were polyamorous. And my rule was, if your potential partner is in a monogamous relationship, they are off limits. Just because we're poly doesn't mean they're poly. It doesn't mean
we're not going to encourage people to cheat.
Exactly, because that's not healthy.
Because then they're cheating, even though they're not cheating on you. Your partner is still cheating.
It's still deception.
Yeah. They're not cheating on you. They're helping someone cheat on their partner.
And I won't be a party to it.
But it takes two people to cheat.
It does. She's not very smart, though, so whatever.
And even after all that, she chose not to leave.
I told
her. We talked so much about him, but honestly, she made that choice. Too.
I know. I told her, I said, you will learn that I'm not talking shit about him. I'm telling you the truth of what happened. You're gonna figure it out. And if they're together now is around the time that it's gonna start.
Yeah. And if it doesn't, well...
If it doesn't...
Crossing fingers, good for them.
I legitimately hope he becomes a better person.
Yeah.
I legitimately hope that he gets his shit together, because no one deserves to be treated the way that I had been treated.
Yeah.
No one deserves that. Not even her, and she's not a good person. Like, I'm not a tit-for-tat kind of human being. I don't want someone to suffer the way I suffered. I developed an eating disorder, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
You know? Do I want to be able to say, told you so? Absolutely. But at the same time, I don't want her to suffer the way I suffered. No one deserves that.
And being able to say I told you so is not as important as... That's not exactly being a good person either. It's just very... What would it not... I'm not doing well. Not self-fulfilling. What would it be? Satisfying.
Yeah.
But then you're just looking at yourself, you know?
Right.
Satisfaction sometimes is not the best approach. Just like with the Benny stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wonder if Joe, like, watches all your lives and stuff. I wonder if she has a fake account and, like, gets lives and gets alerts whenever you're on and spies on you.
Hi, Joe.
I would not doubt it.
Hi, cunt.
I would not doubt it.
No one likes you. Go away.
Even Kyle, who is the biggest conspiracy theorist, he looks at me like I'm weird every time I tell him this is why I have to explain this to you in person and not on Facebook Messenger. And he looks at me funny, and I'm like, Kyle, she's used shit in court from private messages for custody, from private messages she's screenshot. I'm like, she's not smart. She's sloppy, you know?
She didn't even bother hiding the fact that a lot of those screenshots were on her fake account.
Yeah.
Someone who supposedly doesn't live in Michigan. That person supposedly doesn't live in Michigan.
Right. Oh, and I'm pretty sure there's several accounts that have popped up on mine that are her, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Or could be Monica too, but
yeah.
There's someone new that popped up that just did not make sense to me. Did I screenshot that and send that to you guys?
Yeah.
If she was stalking a blank blog of yours, a blank one that you didn't use for how many years?
After
she screenshot that goddamn message that you left her for stalking her, or for stalking you. The Hey You and Ypsilanti one.
Yeah.
I see you. I know you're reading this one. Did that show up in the paperwork?
Yeah.
When you went through it?
Not the first one that Paige found and read every page of it. But the second one. The second one that
the one where you left a message about it because she kept like obsessively checking it like 5-6 times a day.
Yeah, and it dropped
and
down.
It was blank, and you hadn't posted it in forever.
And when I did post, it was like I had posted a couple of songs, And then I posted that thing that I wrote about how we figured out that the majority of the problems between us was because of Jeff, and but I didn't use anybody's name.
She actually used that.
She did. She did.
The post that you had made.
But because
they blew it off because they're like, "What does this have to do with Jeff?"
Yeah.
What does this have to do with anything? She was using it against me as Jeff being my ex-husband and me still being friends with my ex-husband.
Yeah. They didn't even ask. No, but see, but then the thing that I wrote goes on to talk about, what a strong person you are and how much you've overcome, and
I guess you cut that out.
No, the whole thing was, the only part that was cut off was the very top, and it was like a direct, like a conversation between, like, she said, I said kind of thing. It was like two or three lines, but the rest of it was in there, and I didn't use any names.
Yeah.
At all. I used, I think if I had to refer to individuals, I used, like, initials.
Right.
Or I would say my sister.
Yeah, Benny's lawyer, at least he was able to get almost everything thrown out. And then they just threw in that little bit about you. Here, can you read this? And I started reading it, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, this is the wrong one," after I'm reading your note. Your bait note.
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, I'm sorry, this was the wrong page. Let me bring the right one up." Just to get me, all jumbled up. And it's like, why? It did not have the effect that it did.
No.
Benny's lawyer is a fucking moron because he didn't think I'd pass.
And it's just,
he didn't even know me.
It's just
he
so.
Never had a meeting with me. None.
It's just so weird because, like, literally,
he never spoke to me the entire case.
That one thing from that blog was about, what a good person you are, how strong-willed you are, how much you've overcome, and, despite all the shit that you've been through, you still want to help people and all this other stuff. Why would you, if I'm trying to make you look bad as a narcissistic parent, why would I include something someone else wrote that talks about how good of a person you are?
Because they were trying, she's an idiot. Because she's a fucking idiot. She's so freaking psycho that all she could see was, "Oh, I can make Jeff look like a bad person because he called CPS on me because I had 3 different kinds of bugs in my house."
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to convince my kids that the very fine wording is what makes them say no. Like the word infestation. I'm like, did you have it in more than one room? Yeah. Could you not sleep in certain rooms? Well, yeah. Then it's a fucking infestation. But it was only in these 3 rooms. That doesn't mean... I'm like, oh my god. Teaching your kids to lie by technicality to make yourself
right, loopholes.
Better. Yeah, technicality loopholes. That's how you end up being a silver-tongued asshole.
That's how you become a social worker who supposedly helps. What is it she does? Domestic violence help?
I think at least that used to be, I don't know if it was just her internship or her actual work now, but it was pregnant women that were getting off drugs.
Oh. Well, I don't know.
Oh, no, it's not hard to manipulate them, is it?
No.
Not at all.
What the fuck?
That's the thing. She's so narcissistic that everybody in Ypsilanti thinks she's, like, perfect. And she's awesome and
because
stuff
abusers
like
don't just groom their victims. They groom everyone around them, too.
Yeah.
That's why you always hear stories. "Oh, I can't believe that person committed murder. They were just the nicest neighbor. They always returned the tools they borrowed. They always made sure their music was turned down after a certain time. And, they were just so attentive to their pet. I had no idea that they were doing this. I don't believe they did that. That doesn't sound like them." It's because they had them fooled.
Oh, my favorite is that so and so couldn't have done that to that, that woman because, they're a good person and he's like my, he's so and so's brother.
Yeah.
So and so's brother could never do that.
Who was it?
That's not real.
Who was it? John Gacy, I think, was quoted saying, "If we were friends, you were safe."
Yeah.
If we met face to face and I shook your hand, you were safe. Everybody else was on the table.
Yep.
Because apparently he was protective of his friends.
Right.
Which is weird. A guy with no morals actually has a moral standing. That's weird.
Yeah.
The serial
guy with no morals has a code of ethics.
Has a code of ethics. Serial killers do, though. Most of them
Yeah.
do. Most of them have a code of ethics of some sort.
It's more like
It may not make sense to normal people, but it is.
It's like the pirates code.
It's like a ritual to them.
Yeah.
Essentially, is what it is. Very similar to oh shit, what was his name?
It goes along with like an obsession, OCD kind of.
Yeah.
Whatever obsessive compulsive disorder it was that goes along with whatever they had going on.
Yep.
Because actually schizophrenia is a obsessive OCD type disorder. Schizophrenia actually.
I just realized that you gave me an actual coffee cup.
What's that?
I said I just realized that you gave me an actual. It wasn't just a travel coffee cup. It was a coffee cup, like a coffee themed coffee cup.
Yeah, that's why I tried getting that.
Like, I know that it's a coffee cup, but it's also a coffee cup. Like,
It's got the words coming. Yeah.
like, that's funny.
Well, it's more than that. It's triple because it's got coffee in it.
Not anymore. Drink it all.
It used to be triple, now it's just double. It is less than.
Rude.
It is less than at this point. I haven't drank all my. Oh, I did. No, I didn't. Sip.
Dork.
Sip, sip. I did now. So I want to find out if there's any forms that are easier to just present than 2 letters from doctors saying that the DPOA has been activated. That's what they call it, is activated DPOA. Which in Michigan you have to have the 2 letters to basically, say, yes, this person is incapable of making their decisions and such a person designated has to form. They call it activated. That's what, became a thing today.
Right.
So I'm wondering if there is actually like some kind of form that we can have brought into like a professional or a notary to see, yes, I read both these original copies and, this person is this person and, because right now there is no need to go through her, so as far as like right now goes, as of today officially, she's not legally,
Right.
But she can, but as long as there's somebody witnessing that she's doing it for, the right reasons. But I'm wondering whether there's actually a form about that.
I don't know.
Because, it is such a pain in the ass. You heard me talking to Benny earlier, right?
Oh, yeah.
About getting the printed. Get the actual laws printed out, because it is such a
And carry them with you,
everywhere
yeah.
you go. What's that?
And carry them with you.
Yeah.
Like with the letters?
Yeah, the letters. Yeah, I have to carry the letters.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to carry the entire DPOA form. I have to carry 2 versions of it. And I have to carry now the laws that say it does not have to be notarized.
Right.
Because nobody gets that, including the idiot social workers. You know, the only one who knew that informed me of the 2 letters that I did not know about, was geriatric psych.
Weird.
She is the one that had to explain it to me, and she was the resident that must have done something on study with it. You know what I'm saying? It must have been part of her studies.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay. Because she asked me if it had been activated. I'm like, the what? I thought she just meant signed. You know, had it been signed. And it's just at that point until it's activated, it's when you're unable to, basically. Right. Not always. I'm very... Is it right for me to say I'm excited that we finally got this done? Because it's not in a, like, I'm in charge way. It's literally that we work so hard at getting this protection.
Well, now it keeps her safe.
Exactly. I am actually,
so
according
that she,
to the doctor's notes and everything, I am her legal guardian.
That way, they can't take advantage of her and
exactly
that kind of thing.
And we fought so hard for this diagnosis. We fought so hard for this. You know, and it's we as in all of us, including Mimi.
Yeah.
But I feel like such a shitty person for saying I'm excited that it happened. And it's sad that it had to, you know?
Yeah. No, I get it.
You get it. My brain somewhere doesn't.
Your brain's going, oh fuck, I'm in charge of another person that's not my child.
I'm barely in charge of my child. How the hell is this gonna happen? I see you keep reading things and not answering.
What?
You keep reading things and not answering?
What, on there?
Yeah.
No, I'm just checking to see if people have typed things.
Oh, I thought you weren't answering on purpose, like you keep seeing a troll say something.
No, I'm just, what I'm reading is people's screen names that are popping up. No one's actually talking, except for the last comment was, someone had asked who I was talking to. I'd already answered that one. So I look up to make sure that I'm not missing comments. If I read anything, it's people's screen names just to see who's popping in and out.
Yeah, it's like when I see your eyes lingering when you're, reading multiple. You must be reading multiple screen names when your eyes are lingering.
Yeah, because they rapidly cycle through.
And the way you concentrate on it, when your concentration breaks, it looks like you're like, oh, I'm not going to answer that because they're baiting.
No.
Good to know. I'm like, oh crap, there's a troll really freaking fishing for this one.
Oh no, I answer trolls. I confront them. Someone leaves a nasty comment, and like usually my response to them is, "I am so sorry that no one taught you manners."
I love you, I really do. Between you and Charlie around here, I think everybody's gonna grow a set of balls. I can see why you guys get along so well. See, I don't have to give a shit.
I legitimately just thought Charlie tolerated me. I didn't think Charlie liked me as much as they do.
Charlie doesn't really talk to people. They tolerate me. They're fiercely protective of me, and that's what this whole Benny thing is about.
Yeah.
Is because they're fiercely protective of me. But, no, they adore you.
I don't understand why either. Like, it just...
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of jealousy going on. Not me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't seek Charlie out either. Like, I don't be like, hey, let's talk. Like, no, Charlie comes to me anytime we have a conversation.
Charlie does not seek out anybody to just converse with. except for.
I mean, we barely
except for
converse
their
either,
mom.
except for that one time, when they were having that huge fight and,
Right.
Charlie came up to talk to me. Like, we rarely converse at all. Not
But
really.
they go up there and they check on you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They don't really do that for anybody else. They do that to interact with you.
Yeah.
It gives them a reason to interact with you.
Yeah.
I mean, it was actually, it's obvious, and Amanda was talking about how much...
As someone who was constantly bullied for being who I am, as a younger person, even into my 20s, I still don't understand why people like me. I don't, it doesn't compute.
Why people like you?
Mm-hmm. I legitimately don't understand it. I legitimately don't understand it.
And now I wonder why people are liking me and want to be my friends over the last couple of years of COVID. Whereas previous to that, I couldn't make friends, I gave up and finally became okay with myself. And now the friends I make are like freaking Drama City.
Right.
So I keep giving up on friends, and then I just keep taking friends back into my life, and I guess that's kind of a cycle. I think someday I'm just gonna be like, you know what? We're gonna close off the sanctuary. It's just gonna be us, and everybody else can fuck off. I keep talking to Sherry, and I'm like, I'm done. I said, you're the only friend that has not demanded my time and demanded, this and that, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, besides you, because you're not my friend, you're my sister.
Right.
You're like beyond that.
No, I know.
I said...
You don't have to put an amendment to that, I know.
I said, yeah, that's why I love you, because you aren't going to be like, well, what about me?
Pay attention to me!
What about me?
What am I, chopped liver?
You know I'm not fucking talking about you.
Right. 1, 2, 3.
And it's like every friend I've had in the last, since we moved here, has been like that.
Yeah.
Every person I've met, even if they weren't close friends and I was just getting to know them.
Nothing to lose, far away, far away.
And they always need someone when I'm at my absolutely worst, cannot handle anything more point. When I am about to break and I cannot...
When you're the one who needs something, someone is always calling you for something.
Even if I don't ask them for something, they come to me and I cannot take in any more. There is no more room, and I will just say, I can't handle this right now. I'm not trying to be rude. I've got too much going on, so I have to step away. Or I just completely, don't answer.
Yeah.
Because it becomes an insecure point.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, they don't understand. But then if they have to do it, it's perfectly acceptable, and I'm the bad person.
Right.
And we're not talking about anybody, just this particular one person. I'm talking everybody.
No, I know. They feel entitled to your time, but when you feel entitled to your time, you're the bad guy suddenly. You're selfish.
Take care of yourself first. Take care of yourself first. Don't forget about you. Right up until they're the ones that need help.
Yeah.
But it's like nobody understands when I have to take care of myself and when I have to step aside.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's that fine line where other people have had to, quote unquote, step aside. Where it was not step aside. It was literally not protecting themselves. It was completely bailing on everything I was going through and no support whatsoever.
Yeah.
There is a fine line between needing to not get sucked in and being of no support whatsoever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was battling for a while. Because I was told that whole ordeal was because they couldn't get sucked in. to the drama.
Yeah.
But then I had this thing, and I felt really bad, like, oh, well, that's what I did too. And then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, there's a difference between letting your friend drown, you know, and simply throwing, you don't have to rescue them, but throwing them a lifesaver might, even if you don't jump out of the boat, throw them a lifesaver.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just watch them drown.
Right.
Because then you're just as bad for watching them do it. Your silence is just as bad. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my philosophical insight that I'm telling you for the or the night. Sorry, I'm too talkative.
No, you're fine.
I like that it's okay that I can apologize for being too talkative, but not feel guilty about being too talkative. You know what I'm saying?
I think so.
Well, you shouldn't have... It's not right to have friends that you feel guilty about talking about your stuff. You shouldn't feel like you're afraid that you might look like a narcissist because you're sharing.
And that right there proves that you're not a narcissist. If you're
Right.
worried about looking like one. Because
Right.
narcissists don't care about looking like a narcissist. I mean, you can act like you're worried about looking like one, but you can
Right.
tell when someone is acting like they care and ones who are legitimately concerned
Right.
that they are appearing like they are.
Right. But I'm only told so many times that, you know, I talk too much or talk about myself or I'm not letting so-and-so speak or blah, blah, blah. And it starts to get to you because I had a history of talking about myself too much and sharing my story and being too like forward and open, and it caused a lot of rifts because nobody wanted to be my friend because I was too blunt. Like, you know, you guys called it word bombing. But it wasn't that I was conceited talking about myself or narcissistic. It literally was I was filling space.
Yeah.
I did not like silence.
It's a symptom of ADD, by the way.
Is it?
Yes.
A lot of it was the bipolar too. And the anxiety. Sorry, Pumpkin, I thought you were Zora scratching. I just whacked Pumpkin for scratching. Because I thought it was Zora. Force a habit. Just I didn't whack him harder. I'm surrounded. Surrounded by cuteness. Except for the one with the tipped ear that has no soul.
She's so weird.
She's creepy.
She is creepy.
I can't wait to like figure out what to do with her. She needs to go outside. I mean, she last summer or last fall she was inside and outside. She just kept coming and going, but I don't want her inside.
Right.
I think we need to relocate her to the barn instead of up here. You know what I'm saying? I think we legit need to relocate her to the barn so she is not near the door.
Mm-hmm. I bopped him with the milk and startled him.
So, what did we call the Calico Kid again? Was it Horatio? It was something, Reginald?
The calico out there? Yeah, Horatio.
I sworn it was Reginald.
Mm-mm.
I started calling him Reggie.
No, it's Horatio.
Horatio. I'm gonna call him Harry just so that he can yell at me for calling him Harry. My name is Horatio, not Harry. Horatio, I'll start calling him Cheerio. Start calling him Cheerio. Like Cheerio. He actually is quite cheery. I don't know how he gets into Like, I know he goes up and over, but he's always in our porch. And I open the door and he's just like, do.
Talking about the raccoon or the cat?
Horatio.
Mm.
He, like, literally, no, Jorge, like, jumped over today. Jorge was
Yeah, the raccoon climbs the wall for sure.
Yeah. I've never seen Horatio climb the wall, but Horatio's always in there. And when I open the door, Horatio comes and goes from the door.
There's a gap somewhere that they're using. Hi.
I think it's in the far corner over by the tall cabinet.
Probably. Where the wall doesn't quite meet the porch or something. Or the wall doesn't quite meet the wall. Or whatever.
Yeah, like where the lattice isn't, like maybe there's like a corner of the lattice that isn't.
That's missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the point's missing because of the way the lattice was cut.
Right.
And the way it was supposed to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
Might be cat-shaped. Obviously it's not big enough for Jorge, so.
I love that we name our raccoons. Like they belong to us.
Dude, I hope, well, now that we've got rid of the, meat on a stick in our backyard.
Thank you for the likes.
Thank you. Hopefully this season, Jorge will stick around. We just need to clean up everything and make sure that we've got a system for the garbage in place.
Yeah.
That's a next week's project.
I know my kingdom awaits. They've forgiven my mistakes. I'm coming home, coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. The rain wash away all the pain of yesterday. Done with, they've forgiven my mistakes. I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You and me were always with each other.
Her belly's still pink. Earlier, her nose was really pink, and her tips of her ears were getting.
The tip of her nose was pink. Like I could see it through the black. No.
Yeah.
I'm talking like the black part. It was so pink. I could see it through the actual color of her nose.
Yeah, the Greek picture on her nose
was very vibrant.
Was very vibrant. Yes, it was a well-rubbed Greek picture. A little bit of rug burn going on.
Oh my god.
What?
You're a dork. Happens for a reason. Why does she always...
She's not laying like this.
Like she usually does. Are her eyes wide ass open?
Oh my god, that's so creepy. Same thing with Gus. Gus sleeps with his eyes wide open.
Matilda.
Her eyes, like, just
Matilda.
I keep thinking she's, like, unalive.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, I gotta poke her, and then she wakes up.
Meow. Meow. What? Come here. Come here.
She's like, I'm gonna go through the table just to be a butt.
Oh. Well, that's ended up over here.
Somehow.
I don't know how it ended up over here because it was on that table. It's your necklace.
That one.
It's.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's old and broken, so. I'm sure it's this one.
Come here.
You know, the black and white butt over there.
Come here.
She's the one that steals that shit.
Hi.
Could have been Maya, too.
Hello. Oh, Maya's notorious for stealing necklaces.
So it's like if they have, like, black in them.
Aww.
I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
We're talking about cats thieving.
You're talking about cats, and I'm like, I'm not going to finish that sentence.
Because it sounds awful the more
Because it
you
sounds
say it.
absolutely awful.
Well, tuxedos are notorious for being little crows. See something shiny and steal it?
Oh, are they?
Yes, they are. Just like how our ginger cats act is very stereotypically ginger. It really is, and it's
obsessive.
Yes, and it's hilarious. Hi.
Obsessive and aloof.
And since Maya isn't, she has a white patch on her chest, she technically counts as a tuxedo. Because she's not a solid. Hi. Hi, Matilda.
She's like halfway. She's halfway tuxedo-ish.
Matilda.
You think I hear you? I'm gonna hug you so tight because I can hear you.
Matilda.
If anybody's watching, you should probably explain what I mean.
Hello.
She's deaf and she can only hear certain sounds, and she can hear AJ's
my high-pitched tone that I use with her.
So she gets all like super excited because she can hear her.
Matilda.
It's a situation of celebration.
Ow! No! No bite.
She just nipped you.
She grabbed a hold of my wrist and just bit down. Hey.
No, cat.
Hey. Not nice. Hey. Hey. Not nice. Not nice. Oh, convenient you can't hear my high-pitched not nice, huh? You're full of bullpucky.
Bullpucky.
No biting.
She's like naughty.
No bite.
She's like, but you're annoying. Doesn't matter. Jason's cat.
You don't bite. Not like that. That wasn't playful. And she didn't have any signs of being annoyed before she bit me.
No, she didn't. Her ears didn't go back till after.
Her ears didn't go back till I bopped her for biting me.
Yeah.
And then she looked at me like, I'll do it again. That's why I thumped her. Thumped her ear. She's like, oh, I guess I shouldn't do that.
You're looking at your hand again.
You be nice.
Saw it. Looks like a tasty hand that I'll get attention for. I swear to God, if she walks over Jason one more time when he falls asleep, she's gonna get footballed out the door.
No, your guitar and that old cigar and the worn out cable on a cable car, and you're too tired to admit you've got to choose. Looking for a song to sing, yeah. Looking for a friend who borrow. Looking for my radio, so I can find to follow. I've been just looking for your loving. I've never been just swearing down to nothing. Never been just looking for a reason, so that maybe you'll be thinking of me. Oh, you'll be thinking of me. Explain. I'm so in love with you. Can I take that away? What?
Oh, I'm talking to myself.
Oh.
I gotta do a portal report. I plugged my phone in over there, didn't I? Did you ever take it back?
Nope.
Oh. I'm gonna go to the bathroom anyway, so I'll take my phone back. It's probably fully charged too.
I'm calling you to see if you're okay when I'm not around. Asking if you love me I love the way you make it sound.
Try not to pee myself.
Oh.
Certain positions, try not to pee myself work.
Gotta love that spastic bladder shit.
Right? Totally not love it.
You don't have
Definitely
EDS.
sarcastic.
You don't have EDS at all.
No, not at all.
Not at
It doesn't help to move either.
Right.
How weird is that? Like, it helps to move and put it back into place. Not, you know, that's totally normal.
Uh-oh, I boo-booed.
Uh-oh. You forget to put a light in?
No. I somehow changed the position of...
Check the litter boxes.
Next to you. There we go. I only wanna see if you're okay when I'm not around. Asking if you love me. I love the way you make it sound. Calling you to see. Too hard to make you smile. Calling you to see if you're sleeping or you're dreaming. If you're dreaming or you're dreaming of me. I can't believe you actually picked me. I keep calling you to see if you're sleeping or you're dreaming. If you're dreaming or you're dreaming of me. You actually picked me. Oh, did I do it again? I think I did it again. Oh, what am I doing? I need to close it first. Lord. Welcome to the light. There's no turning back. Acting on your best behavior, turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. Most of freedom and of pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule the world. There's a room where the light will find you. Come tumbling down.
If I could say anything, what would it be? Good question for a destined reality. I would tell you that I love you, even when it didn't show. I would tell you that I love you, baby. By now I hope you know. If you could go anywhere, what would you see? Take a step in any direction, just make believe. If your mind is always moving, hard to get your heart up off the ground. Yeah, your mind was always moving, but your thoughts never made a sound. And we won't break if we let go. You and I already know we were bound to be set free eventually. So here we are now.
You can say anything.
If I could ever go anyway, it'd go like this. Take
What
it back
doing,
to a
Wendy?
couple years yesterday, to our
Wendy girl.
in the night
Hi, baby.
I loved you.
Hi.
This isn't how I ever saw it going down.
Hello. Hi.
In that moment,
Oh, you're so pretty. You're a pretty girl. You're pretty too, little foot. Yes, you are. My goodness. What about me? Am I pretty? Yes, you're beautiful. Yes, I'm a handsome boy. Yes, you are. You're handsome. You're a beautiful boy. Yes. Yes, you are. Yeah. You're very pretty. You are. You're very pretty. You're a pretty boy. Pretty kitten. Oh my goodness, thank you. And thank you for the roses. Hi, Maya. Hello, Miss Maya. Maya girl. Precious kittens. Thank you for the follow. Come here. Hi. Maya. Come here, see Mama. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Did I get you? Oh, I'm sorry. What happened? Oh, did I pinch you by accident? I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. Let me see. Oh, it's okay. There you go. You're okay. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It's a good girl. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Oh, you want to tell? All right, you can tell. It's okay. Oh. I woke up in tears with you by my side, breath of relief, and I realize now we're not promised tomorrow. No, baby. I got a little tiny stuff there. You get off on the table. take you for granted. Never. Oh my gosh, static in my ear. I love you. Wake up at night. You whisper of smoke. You can lose everything. The truth is you'll never know. So I'll kiss you longer, baby. Any chance that I get, I'll make the most of the minutes alone with no regret. Let's take our time to say what we want, use what we've got before it's all gone. No, and I promise tomorrow I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna hold you like I'm saying goodbye. Wherever we're standing, I won't take you for granted, 'cause you'll never know when we'll run out of time. So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna love you like I'm saying goodbye. I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna hold you like I'm saying goodbye. Wherever we're standing, I won't take you for granted, 'cause you'll never know when we'll run out of time. So I'm gonna love you. Your fingertips across my skin, just laying in the wind in my chest. You sing me Spanish lullabies, the sweetest melodies in your eyes. Never drink. Never wanna see you unhappy. I know you want the same for me. Goodbye, my almost lover. Goodbye, my hopeless dream. I'm trying not to think about you. Can't you just let me be? So long, my loveless romance. My heart is turned on you. Should've known you'd really heartache. Almost lovers always do. We walked along a crowded street. You took my hand and danced with me. In the and when you left, you kissed my lips. You told me you would never forget these images. But I never wanna see you unhappy. I only wanna stay for me. Goodbye, my almost lover. Goodbye, my hopeless dream. I'm trying not to think about you, and you just let me be. So long, my loveless romance. My life is turned on you. To know me heartache. Almost lovers always do.
I cannot go to the ocean. I cannot drive the streets at night. I cannot wake up in the morning without
You on my mind.
So now you're gone and I'm haunted, and I bet you were just fine. Did I make it that easy to walk right in and out of my
Love.
life?
Okay. Goodbye, my almost lover. Goodbye, my hopeless dream. I'm trying not to think about you, and you just let me be. So now my hopeless romance, my heart is turned on you. Now you ring heartache. Almost lovers always do. When are you gonna come down? When are you gonna land? Should have stayed on the farm. Should have listened to my old man. Oh, you can hold me forever. And turn over you. Present for your friends to open. Always meant to be singing the blues. So goodbye, yellow brick road, where the dogs of society howl. Can't plant me in your penthouse. Going back to my plow, back to the howling old owl in the woods, hunting the horny black toad. Oh, I've decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick road. What do you think you're doing? Let me shoot down your plane. Take you a couple of hard gin tonics to get you on your feet again. Maybe you'll get a replacement. There's plenty like me to be found. Mongrels who ain't got a penny, searching for tidbits like you on the ground. So goodbye, yellow brick road, where the dogs of society howl. Can't plant me in your penthouse. I'm going back to my plow, back to the howling old owl in the woods, hunting the horny black toad. Decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick Yellow brick road. Well, some days I can hold that note as long as she does, and other days I absolutely cannot. It's weird when, like, I've trained myself to be able to hold notes like that, but because of the muscle fatigue and the chronic fatigue syndrome and the fibromyalgia, both have affected my lung capability to hold my note long enough. Like, because I know how to regulate the breath to hold the note, but like the fatigue sets in midway through, and then like
I hear you.
I have plenty of air left, but the strength in my lungs to hold that specific tense to allow that amount of air to come out.
I totally get that because I had the same thing.
Yeah.
I thought I was just out of practice.
Yeah.
It's like your lungs get too tired to continue to hold that air.
Yeah. Is exactly what it is. And it's not because of, oh, I need to take a breath of air because I'm losing oxygen. Like, no, I there is no gasping of air. There is no, I'm out of oxygen. It's literally the fatigue in the lungs is just, you know.
They just sort of give out.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're shaky because your leg you've been
It's
standing
also,
too long.
yeah, it's also diaphragm control too.
Essentially, your legs are
Too, because a lot of the bullying came from my cousin.
Right.
Who cannot carry a tune to save her life.
Right. Which one? Olivia?
Stephanie.
Oh, that's right. Stephanie was the one back then, and Olivia's the one now.
Mm-hmm. Well, most recent, but yeah.
Right.
It's wild how much of a piece of shit she's turned into. Oh, it's the piglets out there tussling. It sounded like something was scraping. It's how their noises are weird.
Are they fighting over the better spots in the dog loop?
I don't know. I just hear them griping.
They do that. They bitch over who gets to be on the bottom and stay warm and who gets top by the entrance. I gotta put the heater inside the new house. But I gotta be able to get it low enough because heat rises. So
Yeah.
if I put it up in the ceiling, that's not gonna do much.
Right.
Probably will though, because it's small. Oh no, because the tops aren't insulated yet. I'm gonna do that too.
Hello, Miss Minky Girl. What? Who's with the face? You're making a face like you're trying not to yawn, and it's kind of funny. Who's my favorite cranky old lady other than Zaza? It's you. Yes. Cranky old lady. Yeah. Only you would think that was a term of endearment. That's so funny. You're so pretty, though. You're a pretty girl. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're crying. Somebody stole your soul. How could I be dying? I turned 25 days ago. Yeah, we're all on the ground, just crying out. Somebody save me, please. You're around, thinking about the trouble that tomorrow brings. Yeah, I'm dying to be alive. Yeah, I'm dying to be alive. Yeah, let's not go through our lives without just dying to be alive. The way you touch, the way you touch, I hope you touch it too. What's false and what is true, yeah, we're all on the ground just crying out, can somebody save me, please? Thinking about the trouble that tomorrow brings, yeah, I'm dying to be alive. Yeah, trying to just survive. This is kind of weird. Use the moisture filter. I have so much static in my hair.
Ooh, I went off on Adam.
Yeah. Freaking static on the top of my
He
head.
has literally been blowing my phone up the last couple of times.
Yeah.
In the last, week. And I keep pushing decline. I keep telling him. Sometimes I answer. I'm like, look, I'm in a doctor's appointment.
Right.
You know, look, I can't talk. I'm driving with someone, and I don't talk. I don't text while I'm driving with other people.
Right.
You know, and it's like, yesterday I was, I don't know, elbow deep in cat litter or something, or I was full of dirt from shoveling and stuff, and told him I was going to talk to him after Mimi went to bed, who didn't go to bed till late, long after him. And then I couldn't find my headphones.
Right.
And then Benny wanted to talk. And so it's like, he always says, oh, you must be busy. You must be too busy. And I'm like, yeah, I am. So finally, after days of pestering the crap out of me, he writes, this is at 1:30 a.m. today. You must be really busy that you have no time to talk to others. Hope things are well for you.
What kind of passive-aggressive bullshit
Right,
is that?
and then he's gonna. I'm like, please don't guilt trip me, and don't say you are not guilt tripping. You are not guilt tripping me. I'm not talking to you because, yes, I have no time to talk to others. I speak more to you than anyone else in my family that's either not Jeff or living on the sanctuary. And then I went into a bunch of bullshit, and it's like, I'm literally gonna blast you, tell you what sort of is what's going on without some of the sensitive stuff that can't be up there.
Right.
You know, about the current part.
Yeah.
And fucking hope you feel bad. It's like, you want to guilt trip me? I will give you the real situation so then you can go guilt trip yourself.
Right.
Because he should feel shame of himself, you know?
Because, like, the way he worded that, he feels entitled, but he doesn't want to say he's entitled. But it's heavily implied.
Yeah.
It's like, no one's entitled to anybody's time. At all, ever. Like, dude, we got shit going on, and...
So I ended up towards the bottom of it. I'm like, so do you want to keep competing for my time? Do you want to keep making more rude guilt trip comments? When you're responsible for the lives of blah 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 and the deaths and blah blah and animal control and blah blah, 6 people doctor's appointments and blah blah, then you can complain about someone too busy to talk to people. That's how I ended it. But oh my god, I went off on him in like several long paragraphs.
It's just...
See you when you close your eyes. Maybe one day you'll understand why everything you touch surely died.
Oh, we've been invited to the reception after Kyle's wedding on Saturday. He forgot to give us invites because I guess he's got a whole pile that he hasn't given anybody. But does that surprise you?
No.
I showed up at his house with a wheelchair and he's like, oh, I forgot to give you this invite, but I don't know where my pile is.
What a dork.
He's like, so it's such and such, and I'll make sure I text you. So it's at 3 o'clock.
I thought Kyle was already married.
No, they've been engaged since like the beginning of time. He's always referred to her as his wife, but they weren't like ever officially married. I mean, she's the mother of his 4-year-old now. So I think Brayden is actually not Brayden. Is it Brayden?
Oh.
I think it's Brayden.
I don't know any of his kids' names.
He's only got the one.
Or whatever.
I think it's Brayden. No, it's something like that. I'm slightly off. It's not Brayden. That was the name of one of my friend clients in Ypsilanti for the food pantry. When I ran the underground food pantry, it was her son was Brayden. Because her name was Brandy. And her husband's name was Aiden. And they decided to name him after both of them. So his name became Brayden. Kyle's son is something similar, but it's something very similar sounding, but it's more common for like little boys these days. So
Is it Caden?
Brayson, that's it, Brayson.
Not any less weird.
Oh yeah, it's actually it's becoming a common name for little kids. Little boys being called Brayson.
I've heard of Grayson.
Of what?
Grayson?
Yeah, it's Brayson is actually becoming a...
I've never heard that before.
Yep. I know several little boys named Brayson between the age of, newer babies to like Jason's age.
That sounds like a white people
Grayson.
thing.
I'm sure it is. Anyways, he's just like 6 months, 9 months younger than Jason.
Yeah.
So if Jason's going on 5, then he's got to be 4. He's also autistic. So that's why Kyle knows all about how Jason is. Jason doesn't mess with Kyle. He looks up to him.
Mm-hmm.
He always wants to know what he's doing. So what's that called? He'll be right under the car with him. What's that called, Dr. Kyle?
Dr. Kyle.
Dr. Kyle.
That's
Big
adorable.
range doctor.
Oh, yeah. It's adorable.
It is so good. We went past the Ford dealership the other day, and Jason says, "Hey, that's Rowan's doctor's office."
Oh.
That's Rowan's doctors. And I'm like that's one of them that we don't really like. So
Because they're a quack.
they all are. We've been to 3 different dealerships, and they're all idiots. They don't want to do their jobs.
We should find a, like a mom and pop.
Well, that's the thing. We have a warranty, and only the warranty covers dealerships. It has to be a Ford dealership to be covered under Rowan's warranty.
Yeah, but it's pointless if no one's doing anything.
Right, and it's always something like it only happens if it's something serious and they can find it easily. It's like the car shakes, okay? It doesn't get the gas mileage. The caliper was mangled. And you're trying to tell me you didn't find a mangled caliper? Like a year and a half ago when I had it checked out the first time? And then the second time and the third time? For the reason it kind of sways a little.
Have Benny take it in next time.
He did once.
Did he?
Once it was Benny. And it's under Benny's name. So he actually took it in once, and I took it in the other 2 times. Because he had to go with me. But once he completely dealt with it while I was out with Jason. And 2 of the times, he's the one that set it up. Out of the 3 times. And every time. But Kyle found out it had to have been part of it. It looked like the parking brake had been pulled and was driving with it. But we realized Jason's never pulled the parking brake because I've never had to recorrect the parking brake.
Right.
The parking brake has been down. It has never been pulled. But the caliper was so mangled as if I had been driving for months on a pulled parking brake. But just one.
Uh-huh.
And it's acting like there's something
Somebody
wrong.
is flubbing it to cover their asses so they don't have to cover it.
Well, it's not even them that covers it. It's an outside agency. It's an outside... The
Still,
warranty
though.
is not them.
I know, but still.
They're just fucking lazy because they don't want to look further into it. They're not catching it because they're not looking in the brakes because they're not bothering doing a full inspection.
Do we have any cheese sticks left?
Possibly.
I kind of want some. And I wonder if I ever cross your mind.
Anyways, me and Mimi were talking about showing up at reception at exactly 3 o'clock, or 2:55, we can go in, give our congratulations and stuff, and then leave right away.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not even allowing drinking till 6, so there's not going to be a lot of people there right away,
Right.
except for the people participating and setting up.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go with us?
What day?
I think it's Saturday.
I don't know. I'll see how I feel.
Because it'll be me and Jason and Mimi, maybe Jack.
Stop looking at the door.
Oh yeah, we got a bunch of cheese sticks.
In the way you did before. And
It's like
I
the guy did
wonder
so. Is anybody watching?
it says there's 3 people in here.
There's your cheese sticks.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cheese sticks.
Yeah.
I have to do this on camera and just drop them. A dork.
Well, I meant the other kind of cheese sticks, but that'll work too.
Oh, I was thinking the string cheese sticks.
Oh, you're whatever.
Sure, we got both.
I mean,
You like the other ones
I'd
too?
rather have the other ones, but if you don't feel like making them,
Well, here, I can just throw them in the toaster, so yeah. That starts.
little foot. For me? Oh no, not for me.
Ooh, cheese! He was eating cheese earlier.
Oh yeah.
He was eating cheese with me. I don't know what it was. Except for Pumpkin, who would lick the cheese and ask for more, but he never ate it in the first place. Because all the other animals were eating it, and Pumpkin's like, hey, I want some.
That's how Arrow is with beef. He always begs for my steak, but he doesn't actually eat any of it. Like, I'll toss him a piece.
Pumpkin just kept leaving it there and asking for more.
And I said I wouldn't call, but I'm a little drunk and I need you now.
I how to crisp it and cook it and all that. And we got Randy one over the tag.
So, you want to know why I like this song so much?
Why?
The 2 people who are duetting this song are not singing about each other. They're actually singing about other people. Yep.
So they're like 2 people separately, like 2 different storylines.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you want me to stick ground beef on them?
No thank you.
Or beef heart, or whatever the fuck it's called?
No thank you.
You're like, yeah, no. So a cheat
Mm-hmm.
to cooking cheese sticks,
Yeah.
but if you tell Charlie that I am using the microwave on their cheese sticks, I am going to murder you. I will make you unalive. Because I'm not supposed to use the microwave to cook things.
She's lying, I'm her favorite.
It's you nuke the cheese sticks till they get soft and defrosted, and you nuke them till they get soft, and then you toast them. Instead of baking them until they get totally done, you nuke them till they're soft, and then you toast them on high heat up by the broiler. You basically broil them until they get crispy on the outside.
Interesting.
And then it takes, like, instead of taking 20 minutes, like it says,
Mm-hmm.
it takes about 5 or less.
Oh, yeah. You got a piece right there. Look at me like you want more and you didn't even eat the piece I gave you just now. Yeah, butthead. Was it too big? I'm sorry.
Oh my god, I'm so cold. Ice cream, but I don't think it's that cold in here, is it?
No, it's not.
Look at my forehead, I feel feverish.
I'm
cold,
plugged
not
in.
tired cold. Oh, I'm freezing.
Yeah, you're...
I think my temperature ran down again. I think I got that hypothermia weirdness thing again.
Oh my god.
I keep doing that. I keep not having fevers. I keep going low.
It's the fibromyalgia stuff.
Is it?
Yes.
It does that?
Yeah, your body cannot regulate its own body temperature because of fibromyalgia.
Unless you told me that. That's what when we had COVID, I went down to like 95 something. I was at like 95.2 or something like that, and everybody was freaking out. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep taking it. If I go down into 94s, then I'll call it off.
Right.
I kept looking for things about it online, and I could not find a thing about like low anti-fevers. I couldn't find a thing about it. All I was able to find was, you know, things about hypothermia.
Yeah.
But it's not the same thing.
No. Because it's not caused by an outside source.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what, what the basis of the diagnosis is. It's caused by an outside source.
This is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is. How you're
Oh my god, now I want some of that rice.
Nah.
Hate everyone. Big pot of rice and I can't have it.
I'm not supposed to be eating it either because it's white rice.
Yeah, but they make it in a big crock pot, so a big rice cooker.
Yeah.
Charlie has something against. So, I don't know. We'll just have to get more strict with everybody, you know, over when things calm down a little. Or whenever you're ready to get strict with everybody.
I mean, I could just flat out start refusing to eat.
Well, I haven't had a single meal adjusted for me.
From start being strict with absolutely no carbs and just eating all meat. I'm gonna have to start doing that. Excuse me.
Let me see if there's ranch. Do you care ranch marinara? Honey mustard?
Honey mustard is fine.
Oh, okay. I think they took their ranch back. No, there is a ranch. Unless you prefer honey mustard.
Doesn't matter. Hi, I'm doing okay. How are you?
Oh my god, Tony. There's also honey mustard dressing and honey mustard.
I don't care either way.
Ranch or honey mustard, both?
Not both. I just don't have a preference.
Okay.
It's not me being indecisive. I literally don't care. Well, thanks for stopping by before you go to bed.
Thank you and I love you. Good night.
My sister. I I started a while back. I worked on it the other day. And then today I've been live a few hours working on it. Oh, my house is so dry. My hair is full of static. Have you ever had a lover with just your hand? Close your eyes and trust it. Just trust it. Have you ever thrown a fistful of glitter in the air? Have you ever looked fear in the face, said, I just don't care? It's only half past the point of no return. Tip of the iceberg, the sun before the burn, the thunder before the lightning, and the breath before the phrase. Have you ever felt this way? Have you ever hid yourself for staring at the phone? Your whole life waiting on a ring to prove you're not alone. I always get the timing wrong on that part. Have you ever touched so gently you had to cry? Have you ever?
Well, it should be working, but only your toaster oven's working right.
It's only half past the point of oblivion. Hourglass on the table, the walk before the run, the breath before the kiss, and the fear before the phrase. Have you ever felt this way? There you are, sitting in the garden, clutching my coffee, calling me sugar. You called me sugar. Have you ever wished for an endless night? Laughed so alone in the stars and pulled that rope tight. Have you ever held your breath and asked yourself, will it get better than tonight? Tonight.
I can reheat some of these if you need me to when they start to get cool.
Oh, thank you.
Or I might as well make a meal, right?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Hi. Oh, I'm actually gonna take a break from streaming for
I
right
want a
now.
heated lap blanket.
What?
I want a heated lap blanket.
Okay.
I want a heat blanket, but I want a lap one. Just randomly saying it because I wanted one. It's a cold.
Alright, I'm gonna sign off for a little while. I'll be back after I'm done eating and I take a break.
Bye, love you.
Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in a little bit or next time, whichever.